managed to travel across through the water. Uh, didn't have too many encounters, but you did run into that Hydra, uh, the underwater kind that tried to burrow its way through the bottom of your ship. But thankfully, you managed to scare it off and get anything fixed that needed to be fixed. And eventually, you made it to the island, the one that you're certain is the correct one. You made it to level 9, and you went in to traverse the caves in order to get to the temple. Apparently, Pink and 83 are back at the ship helping out with any repairs that were needed. So, what is your team's plans?
Well, and unless directed otherwise, I'll just be kind of following the NPC's lead because I'm an outsider.
Well, yeah, Megan and Volt don't know where they're going either.
Yeah, what about Holly?
Holly
Holly's
is already
in
at
here
the temple.
somewhere.
Do we not have a way to contact her?
No, we do.
Okay, sorry, I was worried we lost the scrying orb or
But
something.
this
I was
is where
freaking
we
out for a
take
second.
the entire session to find the clearly marked path.
Yeah, Aminette will sit down, take a moment, and scry on Holly and let her know that they are there.
Yeah, she and Kage seem to be in midst of conversation at the moment, and you can sort of see Grishdrop off to the side, although you can't see what she's doing exactly.
Gonna wait for a second before letting myself be known. What are they talking about?
Let's see, what can you overhear in their conversation? Sorry, I'm trying to think of exactly what they're talking about because I pretty much just have it gist of it in my head of idea of what they're talking about instead of actual words. Let's see.
I mean, idea works for me too. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So from your perspective, it's like he's attempting to flirt with her, and she is trying to be polite. Is the sort of what you're getting from it. But he's being like very subtle because he's trying to be differential.
Yeah, she's gonna listen for about 4 minutes, and then she'll make her presence known.
What do the rest of you guys do during those 4 minutes when Amira is just sitting there?
Are we we're in a cave? Is there just like a straight path forward, pretty much?
There are several little paths here and there.
Okay. He's just gonna be watching all the entrances, basically. Keeping guard.
I'm trying to see if there was anything that we learned last, I don't think so. No.
Megan is over kind of studying some of the rocks, picking one up, skidding it across something else. So you hear click, 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 click. 4 minutes have gone by. Aminette?
I think she was hoping that you would act out the flirting so she could have dirt on them.
Oh.
No. That's not what I'm. No, not at all.
Yeah, no,
I am choosing whether or not to be. Just shut your face. I'm choosing on whether or not to let it be known that she was listening.
So Kage seems to be drifting off to the side at this point.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Roll, motherfucker. Yeah. Well, this is all nice and lovely. Sorry to interrupt this lovely moment between you two, but we are here.
Looks up and hears that. Oh. Hello, Aminette.
Hello. We just arrived. Should we meet you somewhere?
Well, just take the main tunnel, which would be the first one on the left. It's continue on down. Eventually, it'll make it. It's the fastest one to get outside
Okay.
to where we are at the temple.
Main tunnel. First one on the left. Okay. See you soon. And she'll relay that information to everybody.
Right, so off we go.
Mm-hmm.
Did she mention anything about a test or danger?
Nope.
All right, just as walked in.
I didn't ask, to be fair, but I kind of
Thing
forgot.
kind of looks up and looks over at Kurt and says, "I kind of got this feeling that maybe it's just getting to this island to begin with is already means that you've succeeded the tests.
I guess.
It's not like
I would
just
hope.
anybody can get a wayfinder to get out here."
Not wrong there.
Just gotta be
So,
trusted.
shall we head out?
Indeed.
Oh shit! This is a question I asked last time I tried to play. It's regarding collateral's spell. Forgot which one it is. Aid or something. Yeah, is that still going or?
It lasts 8 hours. I don't recall casting it during the Hydra fight.
Hmm.
I
So-
might have cast it right at the start, but I don't recall having line of sight to everybody. I was
yeah,
just focused on killing the head.
It lasts 8 hours or until your next long rest. So
Ah, okay, so it's over.
yeah, if we had one, it's over.
There we go.
All right. So
Ominet's gonna go ahead and activate her crossbows just for funsies. Sorry.
okay. So
Mage armor, like always.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while, you come past like a wider chamber where there's like other paths going off, but this one continues on in the same direction. Otherwise, like she just basically told you to keep to that path. But it looks like maybe this path intersects with other paths, and it's like possible to get lost, but it's also possible that if something were to happen, a cave in or whatnot, that you would still be able to find your way after a while. Everything
Okay.
looks structurally sound at the moment.
All right.
We're going up, right? Because it's
You're
at the
go-
top.
No, it's through to the other side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was on the top, like the last one.
Bryce and Kurt. Okay, cool.
Level 5 spell slots, bitches.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh
what?
no.
That last one was the air temple. That's why it was up tall.
Sorry, with the what I just gave a couple people extra hit points. That's all, and it's more powerful now.
Sweet.
Oh
Wait.
wait, what?
What? We're still level. What? I'm confused now.
Level 9,
Level
Caligil
9.
just cast 8 on
Oh, okay.
Bryson, Kurt, and Immunet.
Oh boy.
Aw.
I apologize. I forgot to update my sheet in Roll20, so I will be rolling off of D&D Beyond today.
Okay.
Sorry. Since we don't have it on Roll20, I have to
Ah, yeah.
because of the
That's
multi-rolls.
understandable.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I forgot to do that over the. I had plenty of time. That's on me.
No worries. So, you guys continue on, and eventually the light shines down ahead of you, and the tunnel opens up, and you see a valley mostly filled with water. There's some trees along the edges, but mostly water. And in the middle of that great pond, or maybe even a small lake, there sits a gorgeous temple with about 2 floors and some stylization that seems to let it easily reflect the sun, just like the water. So it seems almost blue as you guys head down towards it.
Is there a path to it?
Yes, there's a path down to it from not only this hole, but like there's like 2 others that appear on the side as well. This one just seems to be the one that was the quickest. And they all converge together and eventually lead on to this long bridge that leads to the temple itself.
Last time we got to a temple and got close to it, it was already under attack. Kurt is gonna be looking to the skies.
Roll perception check.
Yeah.
And last time it was an acid rain when they got out.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm also keeping an eye out just because I don't trust anything.
And just to confirm, did this cave let out into a clear, or is it like?
Oh
a
my
map?
god.
Sure, I'm so proud.
Nice.
Fuck.
Wait, what? How? That's not fair. That's not supposed to happen.
That's not supposed to happen.
Did he bribe the D&D gods?
There seems to be a pattern as to when he rolls good. What were you asking me, Gemini?
I was asking if the cave like opened up into an actual clearing with open air, if it's like a massive cavern.
It's open air. There's a sky. The sun's shining right down on the temple.
Sorry, just wondering if I needed to have like a FAO vibe.
No, it's definitely outside, but you see other.
Cool.
You see like the whole mountain range that like spreads off in the distance. Like this entire area is surrounded by mountains.
Cool.
Possibly the same mountain, and this is just a caldera that after the lava completely went away, that it formed a lake and life bloomed in it. But basically, it has the look of a valley full of life.
Like it.
So what do you guys wish to do? You're staring up and looking at the sky. It's nice and clear. The sun is overhead. You hear the occasional bird song.
Well, this is nice. I guess we made it in time this time.
I guess so.
At some point, I kind of want to get the lay of the land, but basically preparing like for an all-out attack.
I would still keep your guard up. Don't
I
want to
don't know,
create a
Graham.
false sense of
Feel me.
security.
Sorry, I'm please continue.
I was saying it's good to keep your guard up though. Don't want to have a false sense of security.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I guess Amanet's gonna go. You said there was a bridge and then the temple?
Yes, there's a long bridge leading up to the temple.
Yeah, yeah, Amanet's gonna start walking and she'll make sure the bridge is sound, obviously. Sure it's fine, but check it out and then proceed across.
It's a very sound bridge made out of stone. Looks like it's been here for a long time, but it's well upkept.
Alright.
We've had a long out of character. We've had a long rest, right?
I think so.
After the
Okay.
Hydra fight, yeah.
Trying to okay. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Forward and we go. Unless anyone has any other issues.
Sorry, could you just go over the landscape again?
All right. So
Because this temple is in the middle of what? a forested area with water on the edges?
No. It's
No,
the middle
opposite.
direction. Basically, there is a small lake slash really big pond that's in the middle of this valley. Surrounding it is a bit of a forest, but there's a path directly down from the caves that leads directly to it. There's a long bridge, and in the middle of this pond slash lake, there is a nice temple that the bridge leads to.
All right, all right.
And this is the water temple, correct?
Yes, it is.
I thought it was the fire from that description.
Listen.
What?
Listen.
Yes.
That part.
Hi! I don't. Okay.
By your powers combined, I am a fully functioning adult.
You sure about that?
Wow.
Gosh.
Who wants to be a fully functioning adult when they can be a gigantic mess?
You know.
I hate adulting.
I want to be a dragon.
I would much rather be a dragon.
Can I be a noose?
A noose?
Lava
Noose.
ghoul.
Oh.
I can
Noose.
do
Yeah, I take a noose too.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't not be it.
Oh god, you really tied one on there.
I'm really roping you in.
Hook, line, and sinker.
We should move on before we get tied up.
Yeah. Don't want to get there.
What do you mean? This is a breathtaking view.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
It will be in a second when the dragon arrives, my friend.
Fuck hell. That hurt me.
Come on. We can't hang out here anymore. We gotta keep moving.
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
You got the wrong tree here, pal.
People. I swear.
You're
Uh,
gonna be the
Seriously,
death
though,
of you?
I am.
Yeah.
Rick, hang in there.
oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to rope you into this.
Anyway, having crossed the bridge and making these puns.
Yeah, we need the pun police, people. So, yeah. You guys walk across the bridge. Sorry, my voice is echoing for some reason. You get to the temple, and at this point you see Holly kind of stepping outside, and she smiles at you. "Oh, I'm glad you guys all made it in one piece."
Not for lack of trying on part of the islands.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What happened?
Let's see.
People that didn't talk, a giant that we ended up not running into, a mirror that tries to trap people's souls, clay lying, and a hydra.
A mirror
metal.
that tries to trap people's souls.
Don't forget the giant ants. Those are also that.
Oh, and the
And
three
also the
idiots.
creepy dwarves that apparently it like to enjoy nice, quiet meals together in the afternoon.
She kind of gives you a look. I don't think I'm following your line here.
When we were out in that jungle and you had to leave to kind of shore up defenses, we ran into a very interesting mystery we did not have time to solve. Let's just say that. We also might have a genie in a mirror.
Well, that's a bit interesting, isn't it? A genie.
Yes, I think cloud, something airy.
She kind
Something-
of nods a bit.
Something to deal with after this is all said and done and protected.
I was just letting her know in case she had a way to figure out if he was an ally or not.
Hmm.
Her magic might be more effective in that manner than mine.
So I take it you did not release the genie?
No, because I don't want to die. Or if I could
That's a
trust.
good reason.
Anyway, it seems like we made it here before the attack, which is good.
Which is very good. Hopefully, especially if you brought Millie back, since Millie would have come back with you, I imagine, uh, that would give us an advantage, having our own dragon to help us.
Did she stay on the boat?
Uh, no, she decided to fly over after you don't. It's a pretty good concept that she probably threatened people on the boat not to touch her son or to keep her son safe as she flew over the mountain and is now waiting to lay an ambush in for the attack.
All right, so do you have an approximate timeline when this attack is going to take place, Holly? Have you had a vision or
She shakes her
anything?
head. All I know is that it's imminent. They are coming here. Nothing. Sorry, he is coming here. Nothing is going to stop him from that.
All right. So previously, I had spoken with my patron and seemed to believe that there was a company of vampires, a company of undead, and then a company of demons that have been just working together. Do you know what to expect at this temple?
Depends on if they're all coming here or if it's just him.
And by him, you mean the necromancer.
Yes. And I think that she looks at you. I think you might have some of your information incorrect. We dealt with a vampire. We still
Yes.
have a dragon we're dealing with. And from what I understand, and she looks over at Megan, and whom Megan then nods, there was an issue with a demon as well.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yep.
So perhaps, if anything, he might bring undead with him.
Perhaps, because he is a necromancer.
Mm-hmm.
But she thinks for a moment. I wouldn't limit him to just that. He is wicked and clever and clearly is very powerful. The fact that he constantly, lived among the drow.
Is this the last temple?
Yes.
Oh, then we should definitely prepare for any possibility or any combination.
I'm gonna prepare for the possibility that they don't show up.
You do that.
He goes and sits down and takes this like little nap.
Oh
We don't
my.
know when. It could be any time now. It could be days, even weeks, depending.
Right.
All I know is for certain is that he is determined. And there's enough islands out there that he will not stop searching until he finds us.
Have you set up any defensive measures already?
Besides divine protections, no. I
And
unfortunately
no traps.
do not have the materials to do that. Do you?
Uh,
You might have some tricks up his
Um,
sleeve. Let's see if there's anything I can do to help.
If you have anything metal, I can always rig some things with smithing tools.
I also have a concern. Think about all the things we've run into and the things we've fought. What are the odds he might twist some of those to his cause? Like that Hydra.
Would he have cause to encounter such a Hydra?
If he has to travel through the same passages we did.
She shakes her
Oh,
head.
yes.
That's not the nature of the islands. Besides, where would Hydra be flying?
Yes, if Hydra's underwater, he'd be flying.
We are
But
speaking
But there's
to a
nothing that's
dragon.
you said he was devious. There's nothing to say he wouldn't necessarily stop and attempt to shore up his numbers.
This is
If he
true.
sees it, yes. But I doubt it would make itself known. Unless it
There's any
feels like he
number of
could be.
islands out there he might have found allies on.
True. This is true. It is best always to be prepared for any possibility.
Agreed. I have alarms that I could scatter through the caves, give us warnings,
I
but they
have
only
a-
last about 8 hours. So we need information.
Again, we are talking about a dragon. He probably won't come through the caves, but she holds up a hand. But if we can lure him into the cave and make him take drow form, perhaps.
My concern isn't just the dragon; it's anything else he might bring with him.
That's true.
a
We could
couple.
also make ground troops have an issue if he brings that.
Mhm. I have a couple things up my sleeve that maybe if I have a little bit of time, I might be able to blind some of them or poison some of them.
Your vials?
I have 2 of these, and she pulls out I guess, like, they're not vials, they're basically like orb-like, capped off, like, kind of like liquid bombs. I have
Yeah.
spittle samples that will, if they explode on impact, anything within 15 feet of this gets blinded.
Oh yeah. Kurt has
And
one or
then-
two of those.
I also have this and pulls out a smaller vial. Now this, I think it might have to be ingested. I don't have it. I accidentally didn't make a note of this, but it can kill up to 1 giant or 6 medium creatures.
What is it?
Toadstool poison?
Huh.
What about the purple worm dust?
We ate it.
Yeah,
All of
thanks for bringing it up.
No, I'm not.
Holly
trying to
looks
crap.
surprised when you say that. It's like you ate purple worm.
I gave it a 3 out of 10.
I did not.
I did it. I misidentified it for some sort of yam powder, and it was the same exact color. I didn't expect for there to be purple worm poison in a fucking cave with
That
next
reminds
to
me.
the root vegetables.
There
Alright,
might be a
fine.
hag in the mirror as well. It was an interesting trip. But in all seriousness, is there any of that powder left, or did Kurt just turn the bottle over?
I dumped it all, I think.
No, we have this, and she pulls out 1 mushroom that is soaked with purple worm poison from where somebody vomited on it.
So purple worm poison and vomit. Okay.
It says purple worm poison soaked mushroom, and I think it's because somebody vomited on it. I can't remember correctly, but I have it in the bag of
No,
holding.
wait. I know what happened. It
No?
was from you took one of those dry mushrooms and you kind of plunged it into the cooking pot.
Oh,
and
did
kind
I?
I have an
Kind of
idea.
soaked it up with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Been a hot,
say some
it's
of
been
it.
a hot minute. I thought somebody puked on it.
No, someone
have an
puked
idea.
definitely.
Oh yeah.
I could prepare, if I get a night's rest, I can prepare some spells, but I don't know how effective they would be. I can prepare snare and alarm.
I actually have an idea. It'll need a couple of different people to make it work, but it could be great.
What is it?
Char, remember that spell you used some time ago? Kind of revive the land around you?
You're talking about
Yeah, it took me like a whole
Uh,
day.
plant growth, I think.
What if you, Clay, and Amunet could figure a way to concentrate that spell on that mushroom and cultivate more?
Oh,
Some
God.
weird abomination that Clay and Amunet could rig into traps. Imagine spores filled with that stuff.
You're presuming I know something about trap making, my friend.
Not trap making.
But
The-
my
the
first
core
and
theory, did you not-
foremost
did you
job
not
is
teach anything of
tailor.
shape spells or anything like that? Any kind of tinkering?
I can I don't. I mean, tinkering maybe, but I am more interested in textiles than anything. I can move some earth if that's what you want, but I do not
Let's
know
talk
how
about
to
the.
make.
I had an idea. I wanted to bring it up to see if anyone could think of a way to make it work. That's all.
Sadly, the plant growth spell isn't exactly the most concentrated.
That's why I asked for Clay's help in case some of the studies he had were focused in that manner.
No, no. I could, depending on. Do you have anything that could make terrain seem safe? Sure.
Sorry, say that again.
Do you have anything that could make terrain seem safe while it's not safe? Like an illusion?
So, like, I don't have it. No, I would need to rest. I need a sleep on it.
Yeah, but if you get to sleep on it, could you
I
have
could,
it?
yes.
We could make a pit trap very easily with that. If we have the space. And if we could funnel how they can attack us, it would be a lot easier to manage them. You know, we can control how many we can fight at a time, rather than being overwhelmed, as they say. Granted, the ones that are flying are gonna be fine, but I don't know.
I think that all these, I think putting up defenses, if we have the advantage and we can add defenses, that's great. I think we need to figure out how long approximately. And maybe if I'm able to scry on him, I might be able to get a time line.
That
See how
would be
close
nice.
he is.
Just to confirm, though, because I've never used an orb like that before, if you use that, there's no way he can use that like a radar that won't ping him a direction to head.
Of course, I know it doesn't.
It shouldn't. This is a scry spell.
Yeah, I mean, unless he is a very high level wizard, in which case he could cry on us whether or not he wanted to.
In that case, he could have easily just cried on us at any point.
And if
Yeah.
it was a very high level wizard, he wouldn't have been he would have been able to remove my mark instead of going to somebody else for help.
Yeah.
I just don't have experience with that item.
Well, unless I'm not denying the possibility of him gaining strength over this time we've been, traveling. But
He might have also gained a friend, but as long as you're scrying on him and not the friend, it might still be fine. Either way, he's coming here anyway, so it's probably better the more we know. He's probably aware we're waiting for him here, or at least coming this way, seeing we were at the last one.
okay. Well, I'm going to y'all figure that out. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can see.
So you're planning on scrying on him?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, so you go off. Let's see. So scribe. What's the DC on that again?
Believe it's 17. 15 or 17. Let's see.
Oh,
I think about sheet.
and it's wisdom, right? Ah, yeah, he failed that. Never mind. So here's what you see. Sorry, I'm starting typing and I'm. Okay. So what you see is you see Ocean. You see him, and you see that he's not alone. Off in the corner, and you can barely see it. You think you see another one of those undead wyverns that you've seen before, but you can't see too many details about it. You just kind of see a bony structure nearby, flying. You also see a lot of little creatures that seem to be clinging to him. Like you see these things with beaks and feathers, but appear to have hands and kind of like these whip-like tails, like just clinging to his sides and his scales, hanging on to him as he flies.
Do they? Would she have any knowledge of that with her hunter's bane? Being able, she basically gets advantage on any sort of arcana or check to figure out what it is, if it's fey fiend or undead.
It's none of those three, but you can roll
Okay.
Arcana check to see what it is.
Okay. Not just a regular arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that kind of gave you just some information telling you that it's none of those three.
Well, Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you have never seen or heard of anything that looks like that before.
Interesting.
Completely unknown to you.
Okay.
Where the hell he got something like that is beyond you, but considering what Holly said about these islands, it's entirely possible something completely unknown and alien exists on them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so little creatures clinging to him. Beaks,
Right.
wings.
Friendly
Beaks,
clinging.
you didn't see
or
wings.
Oh, no
You
wings?
saw
Okay,
you saw beaks, feathers,
Feathers.
hands, and what clawed hands, and what appears to be long tails. Because at first glance, like with your kind of check, they kind of remind you a little bit of black kenku, except that kenku don't have tails like that. These are long whip-like tails.
Weird. Okay. Whip-like tails. Okay.
Other than that, they kind of look like a kenku with a large kind of hooked beak, rather than a more certain types of kenku might have them like that because kenku sometimes, but your first glance might have been kenku, but small kenku, but these are definitely not kenku.
What does the atmosphere look around? Can I see like the sun?
The sun is let's see.
Is it cloudy?
It's clear. The sun is not quite overhead.
Clear. Okay. Daytime.
Nothing on this side of the island, Bryson. You have to go all the way back to the ship for anything like that.
Nothing else following in ship behind him, just the flying.
That's all you can see. You can't entirely see if there's anything behind him. All you know is that he's somewhere in the sky, with creatures flying, clinging to him. Something flying nearby that appears to be bony, probably a bony weaverin.
Okay.
It's impossible to tell if there's other things, behind him or the side. You can only see, kind of like Grand Theft Auto driving, where it's like he's the car.
Will you hit all the pedestrians or?
I have never played Grand Theft Auto. I've only seen
Well,
one person
it's kind of
play.
You don't
it's kind
use
of,
the roads.
it's kind of like you're sort of seeing over his shoulder. You're seeing like enough of his head that you can see that it's him. And you're seeing over his shoulder, like out in front of him. You're not really seeing what's behind him.
You're playing a third-person video game.
Okay. Yeah,
Sort
I've
of,
only
yeah.
seen that game played once, and they were just like, "Hey, look what you can do!" Invites a hooker into the car, does some dirty deeds, kills hooker, gets money.
Gets money back. Of course, that's the way.
Yeah.
This is the
I was
way.
like, "Oh, good, this is a game."
Dirty and dirt cheap.
Yeah, dirty deeds done with sheep.
Dirty
fine.
deeds. Dun, dirt.
Okay, she's not gonna sass. She's not gonna. Yeah, she's keeping her mouth shut, and she'll watch for the entirety of the 10 minutes to see if there's anything else of interest, and then she'll drop.
Nothing else of interest.
Okay, and she will relay that to the group. What does the weather look like where they're at?
As I said, clear day. Sun is directly above them.
Oh, okay. So Okay. And there weren't any. Okay. Yeah, I can't tell how far away he is, but he's over the ocean.
Was it open ocean or were there islands close by?
I just saw open ocean, which means he's not
I
close
think I
to the
put the
islands, I would
sun
imagine.
in the wrong position when I was describing him. It would be slightly past, behind him at that point. No, wait. No, yeah, I had it the no. Oh, yeah.
You said right above him.
No, right above you guys. Hold on, I'm trying to remember east west here. uh,
East.
yeah, he's somewhere east of you guys,
If you go,
based on where the sun is. Sorry, I think I described it sun direction wrong because
Okay.
I am terrible at remembering where the
Oh,
sun
you're
is
fine.
in the sky going east to west. The west to
Okay,
east.
so sun towards the east.
Sun indicates that he's somewhere off to the east of
Okay.
where you are now.
Off to east. Open ocean. Okay. So there's no exact number, but he's not in the islands yet.
He's not to your island yet. The islands are not so close that you could see them easily from a scry spell unless he's almost directly on top of one of them.
But isn't there wasn't there like a very prominent mist once we
Yeah.
entered the area?
No, that was Mistvale.
Yeah, different area.
Oh, I thought it
Oh.
was all around the islands.
No. The Chaos Islands move. You can never be certain
Oh.
where they are. The only
Oh.
way you can find an individual island is because of the Wayfinder.
Oh.
The Wayfinder points you to the correct island.
Hey,
And-
did we ever find out how they move?
No, you did not. You have no
We
idea
moved
how
the
they
island.
move. All you,
Dragon turtles.
We take the island and we
was
move it over
thinking
here.
Kurt goes down to the beach and starts pushing the island.
Bryson kind of speak up and goes, I can see if I can scrounge some items off the ship and make some bolas. It might
Okay.
help with the flying things.
Yeah. Whatever these things are, there were a lot of them on him. So
I'm assuming those can't fly, or at the very least, not for very long.
well, I didn't see wings, but I did see feathers. I think the more concerning bits of it were their tails.
Whip-like tails.
And also, if they could fly, they would be, and not clinging to him.
Well, I guess that
Well, he
must
also does have
fly
a
short
point.
distances.
It could be the exactly. Could be their short land flyers or like gliders.
Fair.
Kurt is kind of lying down against a pillar and listening to this. Could he try to think of a creature with his aberration, favorite enemy thing, and his time down in the Underdark? If there's any kind of creature you can think of that.
roll Arcana, and you roll it with the double things.
The double proficiency.
Yeah, with the showing the two slots because I can't tell you if it's because I said it by accident to Amunet like what it wasn't, and I don't want to tell you whether or not you get advantage on it because that'll give stuff away.
So roll with advantage and she'll determine whether or not.
Roll with the two dice.
But I don't get the advantage if it's favorite enemy.
Oh, you don't, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
No, I get double proof. No, I don't even get. Yeah, intelligence check. I get. No, I do have advantage.
Okay, so just roll the double the same way Amunet did.
Right.
Double.
So I should have just had her do that instead of saying whether or not it showed up on there.
Well, less than her.
Yeah, whichever one that is, you still don't know because you rolled less than her. You don't have any information on what these might be.
Can I think of a recipe?
You may always think of a recipe.
So it's poultry.
Probably good with some lemon, a little bit of herb, butter.
I had
Someone
Tuscan
was
herb chicken
gross
last
around
night.
here.
Okay.
I attempt to actually see if that description reminds me of anything I might have heard in my studies.
You may also roll Arcana. Nope.
Doing great so far.
Mhm.
Well done, guys.
Kurt goes
I
over to
rolled
the-
high. Fuck off.
I don't like the description I
I
got
just say it
was
went
good
high,
beak,
low,
feathers,
low.
hands, and a long, thin tail.
No,
Well done.
whip like tails.
You
Is it
guys
whip
sure
not
know
long and
your
thin?
stuff.
Well, yes, but you said tail. I said tails.
So they have multiple. Sorry,
Yes.
the way the sentence was structured,
Oh.
I thought you were saying the group had tails, not each one individually had tails. Thank you. Now I understand.
I was describing an individual.
Multiple.
Claws, feathers, beak.
Okay.
They probably have
Tails.
they probably attack with them like flails. Good to know.
You know what? The chances that I do know what they are exceedingly low. But I
Let me
might
go
as well
ahead and roll
try.
for it.
Yeah. all you can think of is this sounds unnatural to you.
I'm not even gonna roll for Bryson.
I feel like it doesn't really matter. I'll just smash them when they arrive.
That's more Bryson's opinion. Yeah, Bryson's thinking heading back to the ship and collecting some supplies for some interesting welcoming gifts.
It actually wouldn't be a bad idea if you create with the bolos. You could create with some of the fishing nets, maybe, or
Mhm.
with some rope, make some large rope traps. That could
That's what
be
he was thinking.
No.
Something to limit the smaller flyers. He probably can't take on the dragon with it.
No, but we do have a harpoon gun that might be fun to shoot off.
He was
What's that?
also thinking of maybe using his smithing tools to turn any smaller metal things into sharp, small metal things like caltrops. Because he's thinking, oh, I can just drop these underneath my feet, and then I can float above them. They have to walk on them.
If done right, you could also embed the caltrops into the bolos and nets, so they're harder to break off.
You know.
Okay,
into the
so
skin.
at the last 3 temples we were at, they were trying to desecrate the seal. Is that correct, Holly?
Holly nods.
Okay. What other added protections can we give to the seal? And maybe
How
I don't-
obvious does it look like it's the seal?
Well, we'll have to find some way of protecting the altar chamber.
Yeah,
Perhaps
but
you will.
what if we
Stay
make him
there.
think the seal is already broken?
I don't think he would buy that. There would be. If the last seal broke, I don't think this temple would stay standing.
That's very unfortunate. What if?
How did they desecrate the last seals? Were they scratching to break like sigils, or was how were they desecrating it?
By breaking it.
Breaking
They
it.
they
Okay.
are magical in nature, which means breaking it is very difficult. A standard event, such as a quake or a violent storm, wouldn't be enough to break a seal. Not even a fire of a place would be able to break the seal, but magics, demons getting in and doing things, yes.
Dumb question, or 2 questions actually. 1, is there any way we can move it? And 2, could we simply put an obstacle in its way? For example,
There's
Clay and
no.
myself
There's
moving
unfortun-
rubble in front of it, so
There's
he
unfortun-
physically cannot reach it?
There's unfortunately no way to move it. It has to stay where it is. But as for making it harder to get to, perhaps.
there's nothing wrong with at least putting like a massive wall of loose rock in his way. Yeah, he'd
If-
be able to get out, but he has to take that time.
Assuming that we have the time to do that.
Weird question. Does the thing emit a certain kind of aura?
Yes, it's a radiant aura.
Could we see the seal, maybe?
She nods and she takes you up the stairs to the altar room. There are murals on the wall. There's pretty much, this is a very simple temple. It's got only a couple of rooms. There are murals on the wall of this room that basically seem to depict the end of the world and then what looks like the rebirth and salvation of the world. The building of the temples and the like.
Also, Calidro will step to the side, kind of sit cross-legged with his shield over his lap, and attempt to speak with his patron while everyone else does their planning.
What does the seal look like exactly? Is it like a mark on the ground? Is it like an altar? Like
It's like this stone directly in front of the altar.
It's a
basically
powerful
what it's like.
seal.
With like some interesting intricate symbology in it.
do you have some sort of weird decorative stone or plate here somewhere that's of no real importance? Because does he know what the seal looks like? Is my first question, maybe.
He would be searching for it based on its aura.
What if I could hide the aura and place a similar aura on an object of no importance at all?
That might help, but again, I imagine that he would be aware that the temple would break once the seal is broken as well.
I mean, it would buy us time if he manages to get here to stop him. I don't know.
Maybe. She seems to be thinking about something.
It'd be nice if there was a way to play with the forces to move the island.
Mm.
I just came up with a very boring idea how to solve this.
Out with it.
Could we send a message to make sure no one else comes near this place for a while?
Collie chuckles. It's not like
I mean, just like
No-
not.
no one
like,
has been here for years.
Great. How many entrances does this place have?
The temple itself only the one.
Okay.
But
So what if
remember,
I just-
he broke through the ceiling of the air temple.
Does this place have a ceiling?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare. None of us, please go up to the ceiling. I have a very dumb plan.
Okay.
Is there a way to mold earth in here?
No.
I'll pull the dirt out of my bag of holding.
Dirt in the mess.
Like,
You
I
guys-
have, I have emergency dirt in the bag of holding for mold earth.
Why do you have?
as you guys
Okay.
plan out what you're doing, I need to take a quick break to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
He has a stack of dirt so he can nerd pull.
I've got a bag of dirt.
I got a bag of dirt.
No,
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
fucking
make
shit.
I'm gonna
It's more
make
dirt.
like a thing that aims upward, and then I'm just gonna put a mirror there.
What?
And then whenever he breaks,
No.
whenever he,
Ooh.
the second he breaks through the roof, the dragon's gonna see the mirror and be like, "Problem solved."
Oh, god.
Actually good.
Oh
Freaking
no.
awesome.
Huh.
Well,
That's
yeah.
not
You
dirt.
have to create something to let lady mirror on, and then you have to
Which
be
is
near the
why I'm
mirror.
using. That's why I'm using.
Remember, the mirror has
Well,
an
here.
AC and hit points in
And
case
remember,
rubble
you
lands
have
on
to
it.
be.
Granted,
You have
true.
to be near the mirror too.
I mean, I just need to activate it, and it stays activated. I need to decide where
I'm
I need to put it, though. Yeah,
pretty
he needs
Well,
to be
sure
within.
you
He
can
needs
pull
to
it
be
out
in.
though. It doesn't have to be like mounted anywhere. You can
It does
literally
be hanging.
pull
Yeah,
that.
it does. It does.
I think it does need to be
Oh.
It has to be
mounted.
mounted.
Oh.
Yeah,
There's
it's a
nothing
weird.
hanging.
Oh!
It means you may not be able to point it up.
No,
It's
no.
very
Put it on
specifically
the
stated.
seal. It
mean-
hasn't the last couple of temples. Hasn't the alcove? Hasn't there been like a little alcove hanging in the alcove when they go to destroy the seal?
That's a-
They'll look
that's
in
a
it
good
and be
one.
like, sucked in, right?
Yeah, I'm just
How
double
many-
checking
I'm
how
just-
close they need to be to the mirror right
I'm
now.
just
And
rereading.
how many can
yeah,
you
I'm
fit in
rereading the
there?
mirror too.
I mean, we had. I think it has. I think 9 or
I recall
15
the spaces
spaces.
being more or less
It has
infinite. It's the number of
12
spaces.
external cells.
Yeah,
So,
it has a bunch
10
of them.
remaining.
Extra
No, wait.
Yeah.
9.
It has 12
It has
cells.
12, and there are 4 creatures in there right now. So
Wait,
I
4?
have. Yeah, I
I
think so.
check.
Yeah,
What?
we have Crazy Lady, we have the Witch, we have. There's another one.
Which
I thought the crazy lady is the witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean the genie, not the witch.
Genie.
Oh, okay.
I said witch instead of genie.
Last I looked, you only had three cells
yeah,
active.
that's what,
Yeah, one
Yeah, so
monster,
we have-
one lady, and one genie.
Yeah, so we have 3 cells left. I doubt there are gonna be many things coming
There,
through.
there are
the loop.
12 cells, if I recall. right?
9.
Yeah, so 9 left. What did I say?
You said
3.
3.
there's
Um,
3 of you.
Maths.
I told there was
Bonks.
to be no math.
Songs.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm just checking what the range is on the mirror.
30. They have to be
So-
within 30 feet of
Yeah,
it,
Hey,
I need to fill a saving throw. So.
and they have
Hey-
to see it.
Grizz, is
Yeah?
the seal in a little alcove like the other 2 temples?
Yes.
Could we
There
maybe
you
get
go.
a map of the end room, if you have one,
Oh,
so
sure.
we can like,
Let's see.
so we can
We
prepare
need to see
in
the
there.
battle map so we can plan our defense.
Yeah, I have, basically, I have a, hold on. Interesting. Why do I have this? I have a map of the outside of the water temple. For that, hold on, something else just vanished on me. Okay, now I don't need that. I can put that in archive. Oh, yeah. So you want one of the full of the full temple? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, the like main room is fine, but the whole map would be better, I guess.
Sure.
The Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep talking.
I was gonna say, I think the one that we're really concentrating on right now is the room where the seal is. I forget what you called it earlier.
The altar room.
Yes, the altar room. But everything would be good too.
All right. I will bring you into that while I set it up on the thing. It's hard to tell which ones are good for theater of the mind and which ones are good for other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Map and battle. Let's see here. No, I don't want that color. You guys can continue to talk.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're thinking
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
thinking.
We're currently just thinking of what we can do.
The other thing,
Because I do horribly when people are quiet.
so the other thing that I have, Amunet has that Earth Elemental gem. That's also cursed. But if I don't know if it's worth unleashing an Earth Elemental up here, but there's also that I'll throw in the mix.
I mean, we could just release the genie and ask it to deal with the problem, but that seems unsafe.
Yeah, let's not Bring
about
people out of
both?
the no. Let's not bring people out of
Cursed
the mirror.
elemental and genie. I like it.
Cursed element.
And in this corner,
Uh,
um,
Hmm.
I see where kind of like Fluffy's idea, like if they are undead or Shadowfelly or something, silver would be good, but I don't know how much silver we have. I don't think we have any silver.
I actually kind of like the idea of the earth elemental, so because God forbid something goes wrong, I could just banish it.
Well, what I was thinking was like, say they are trying to destroy the seal, and they end up using like I don't know something on it like fucking shatter or some other magical ability, and it will actually. I mean, it'll still destroy the seal and then cause the end of the world, but an Earth Elemental will be released. I don't know. It's just something that we have at our disposal. I don't know how useful it'll be.
I I still think one of us should at least attempt to talk to that genie. Because that'd be a very powerful ally in our court.
Question is, will he be friendly to us or will he betray us?
Exactly. That's why I mentioned it to Holly. I don't know if she has one of those truth spells, but still, it was at least worth asking.
You can't do a truth spell if it's in this mirror.
Do you want me to talk to the genie?
I personally would prefer it. Also,
Yes.
is that zone centered on yourself or a point you could see? She might be able to put it in the mirror, depending on its rules.
Just separate plane of
Cast-
existence.
Yeah, can you cast a spell through the mirror?
I don't know if that works.
I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with options because I feel like we don't have many.
And how are we thinking in defending here? Because they're gonna ride from the sky most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Are they just gonna bombard and go through the ceiling immediately, and we're gonna fight in the temple, or are they gonna land outside?
Like a major portion of the defense is going to be how much damage we can do to them before they get to us. Obviously, Amonet and I believe Kurt have some long range options, but from it sounds like there's a lot of them. I have a couple blasts I can throw at them, but you guys know I only have 2 or 3, and then it's single shot.
I have some area of effect options.
I don't think we're gonna be able to like really get some shots off on them until they're like close to the temple.
600 feet is Kurt's limit.
I mean, what is
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, wait. Does he still have? Yeah, he still
I'm
has the
240.
crossbow.
Also, did anyone write their name in my book for the protection?
Aminet did. I feel like Bryson did as well. Once we got clarification why we were writing.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
invited, so.
Char would have.
Well, I can only put 4, so I'm thinking the ones that are most likely to take damage.
I don't.
And
Yeah, I
people
think Kurt
lose their own help.
declined because of that.
Yeah, Aminet doesn't have a whole lot of range. Only 30 feet.
And just Kurt declined.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember him agreeing to writing in a magic book.
Well, you could have agreed just now because I just brought it up. If you disagree, it's fine. I just need an answer so I can go on to someone else.
Then, no, probably someone else is better off.
Okay. Char, Clay, you guys want your names in the book?
Yeah, Char does.
Sure gets it.
All right, Aminet, Bryson, Char, Clay.
Nope, no Clay. Clay believes in his
Okay.
own magic. And I will
Right.
probably die anyway, so it's
All right.
probably a waste.
All right. Well, Clay,
And then
don't.
I'll
If
ask
Clay.
Nathan and Holly if they want to have their names in the book.
Sign my yearbook.
Okay,
Grizz, would either
so
of them like to have their name in the book?
They all kind of like look at each other and seem to decline.
Can I put my name in the book? It doesn't say that it has to be someone else, but I don't know
Go
how
for
it's.
it.
No, you,
Seems like a
whoever,
logical thing.
It says you can put yours in it.
I'll come back.
It just has to be a willing creature.
Yeah, with your permission, a creature can use its action. So I guess it could also be me.
You just gotta ask your permission, man.
You're right. Me. I.
Give consent.
Myself.
Yours truly.
You do it. Me, I, and myself. So you get it 3 times over.
I only use it once per long rest, I believe. Unfortunately.
So that's the interior one.
Okay.
And that is the seal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we can mount that in the back.
Wish we could have done something cheeky with like plant growth and the poison mushroom.
Mm.
And in case you need it as well, this is the exterior of it.
Ah, it's just a bridge.
Yeah, it's
And
it's
water.
a stone bridge over water. Everything else up here is like forest.
Great.
I think he's gonna swarm the tower. I think that's what's gonna happen. The last time the tower was swarmed as well. We
And
were
it's
just
just a massive
fighting
swarm.
our way up. Yeah.
I just want to be exactly where the battle is, and I'm a bit worried that the battle starts outside but quickly moves inside, and I don't move quickly.
Dwarf problems.
Well, I can help with that, Kurt.
Actually, how many mushrooms do you have left?
Of which kind?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
Well, I have 4 of these big wart mushrooms, and I have 1 pygmy wart.
Hey, Amonette,
I'm looking.
think you could make one of those spheres for the little mushroom and aerosolize it? Imagine that dragon coming in. The moment it comes through that tower, smash that in its face.
I could try.
Or
It
I
doesn't
could
weaken its
hold it in my
magic.
hand and jump into its mouth.
No, 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 no.
I learned
Don't
it from
like-
I learned it from Pink.
I learned it from. It worked so well with the shark.
It did.
I'm just thinking it might be useful. Yeah, it doesn't weaken his magic, but it weakens him physically, which might make it easier for us to go up and clock him. And by we, I mean Kurt.
Hey,
I'm not punchy.
Let's think about this. Undead dragon necromancer.
He's not undead. The vault
Dragon
said.
necromancer.
With a scary sword.
Yes, with a scary sword. An artifact of my patron. Which I'm trying to remember what it does. And I'm flipping through my notes.
stabs people.
Yeah, it's bad. I'll try to remember while we're talking here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, what do we know the necromancers don't
Did
like?
you tell any of the other members of the party what that sword does? Or did you keep it to yourself?
Uh,
I was told not to get hit by it.
yeah, I feel like it was. I mean, I don't know.
I don't recall.
I don't.
That sounds like you're keeping that knowledge to yourself, which means I'm not going to refresh you on it.
Ritual blade. Okay, here we go. No, I totally said this.
Okay.
Ritual blade sacrificial contains the spirit of the holiest legendary paladin of Quar. Shouldn't be able to wield it. Someone who is skilled with the sword is unable to be resurrected. Oh yeah, don't get hit by the sword.
But come on, not being able to resurrect it. Come on, that sounds like fun.
I dropped my
Confused
resurrect
as to
spell by-
why, because the spirit in the sword does have a choice and chose to go with the necromancer. That's what I have in here. Okay. Okay, so we need to disarm the necromancer if he pulls out that sword immediately.
If only our battle master was here.
He wasn't a battle master, he was a cavalier.
We have a battle master. It's pink.
All right.
Yeah, he has been.
Right, he's a battle master.
But
Yeah.
it
You're
depends
telling
if
me-
he has that maneuver though.
By the way, you're telling me to steal the sword? Done.
You can try. The sword can choose whether or not it goes with you.
I mean, sure, but what about a magic hand?
Also, it chooses the person that wields it, but does it choose the person that yanks it out and kicks it?
I don't
You
know.
don't know.
The other option that I could think of is I mean, I'm not great with a sword, but I am I mean, my mistress guides me. I don't know if that would give me any power over it.
Well, there's also nothing to think about. Is it the type of sword that cuts through brute strength, or the kind that cuts through accuracy and swift strikes?
I have no idea.
Sounds like, I mean,
Only time will tell.
kind of, when you see the sword, can't you just say, hey, boy, over here, come on, come here.
Sure, I'll try to give kissy noises and see
Yeah.
how that works.
You could shout pancake at it and see if it responds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe your pancake sword wants a friend.
Yeah, I can send my pancake sword over as the
Nice.
dramatic meeting.
Yeah, teach your pancake sword, just whisper sweet nothings into its hilt. And maybe they'll run off into the sunset together.
And then they'll have a bunch of daggers.
Butter knife.
They'll have a bunch of daggers. And they'll live happily ever after.
Dear.
I love it. Okay, so that sword is bad news. We need to get it away from him if he starts fighting with it. I don't know if he's going to be in what form though, because wasn't he completely... No, he wasn't a dragon last time. I'm trying to remember.
He was.
He-
Wasn't?
He wasn't when we first encountered.
No,
When he was dealing with the
there was another
air
young
temple.
dragon there.
Yeah, there was another dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was in his
Yeah,
human
No,
in elf form.
elf
Drow
No.
form.
he
or
was.
whatever.
He was a dragon, and he had a drow vampire with him. Remember?
So those are...
And the drow vampire originally had that sword.
Yes,
Didn't-
the Drow vampire did.
Mm.
Wait, no. The vampire wasn't a Drow.
Are
The
we talking
Drow
about?
is the original form of the necromancer.
Are we talking about the fight in the town?
We're thinking of two separate fights.
Yeah, or are we talking about the air temple?
Yeah, because there's the air temple. The dragon that the vampire was riding on was the necromancer. That is correct. But when we were in the air temple, though, I feel like he was in his drow form. And there was a younger dragon fighting with us. And the flame skulls and everything. Can my character make an intelligence check because she's smarter than the player behind her?
Sure.
We're talking about the one that was it Kage or Volt that was repeatedly kicking it back out the window.
Oh, Volt. No,
Vol-
Kage.
Yeah, Kagai's the
No,
monk.
wait.
Yeah, Kage, it was
Kage.
Kage.
Volt is the Eldritch
Oh, yeah,
Knight.
the blonde. Yeah, whatever the blonde is.
Yeah, the blonde monk was
Yeah,
studying
he's a
it
monk.
for something the
The
whole
blonde
time.
foppish one.
Yeah, that was fun.
The one that was that was flirting with Holly. Yeah, he's the monk.
Okay.
And he's now a level 9 monk. Thank you very much.
Bullshit. Monk bullshit.
Monk bullshit.
Yes.
I'm just excited for level 10. I start giving temp HP on every single rest.
Hmm.
He's nice.
So, are you gonna make the roll or not?
Oh, I didn't hear.
Yeah, I said
My
roll
bad.
intelligence check.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Because you asked,
at all.
you asked me if you could. And,
I
you know,
did. I did ask. I just didn't hear. I didn't hear a yeah or nay. Fuck me.
Nope. Yeah, you don't remember anything more than you've already said.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think the player
Whether it's
did
right or
better than
wrong,
the
you have
character.
no idea.
It's my memory is just dog shit.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so what we have so far is bolo traps that can be shot off with a net or something to catch flying stuff. That's one thing that we can do.
Mhm.
We have mounting the mirror in the alcove. That's another thing.
Risky maneuver, but yeah.
I also unlocked the level 5 Hammer of Dawn.
What?
Ooh, Hammer of Dawn.
Flame Strike.
Mm,
If the dragon gets within range and his little buddies are still on his back, fish fry.
Oh.
Hammer of Dawn, that thing.
So we know with them. Oh, flame strike. Okay.
does a shit ton of
Radiant.
damage.
So we know that with necromancer using radiant damage would be probably a good thing, and possibly silver. I'm just trying to like collect like everything that we've kind of like sussed out. Oh dear God.
So, like in the fight, should I stay inside and get ready, or should I stay outside and try to do?
I would say
Well,
by four. You can
I
fire at things as they approach and then quickly close the gap inside. But
Once again,
say,
I don't do quickly.
I can help you with that. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
How?
I can cast a spell on you.
Oh,
I believe I can cast it on other people, or is it self? Hold on.
if it's
Otherwise,
haste, it's other people.
No.
yeah, haste is just touch,
No.
which is cool.
Never mind, I'm a liar. Don't listen to me ever again, Kurt.
Otherwise, if you
I-
want,
I did realize that
Bryson,
expeditious retreat.
I can prepare it for tomorrow, I think.
Bryson could also be at the bottom too, to be fair, and because he's got essentially 90 feet of movement if he's using his action to dash.
Well, I mean, Kurt does have one spell that he could use, but
Amunet is now rogue too, so she can actually move pretty quickly.
once before the spell ends, you can give yourself the attack deals. Whether you hit a miss, your walking speed increases by 30. So for one turn, he could do a extra dash.
And as long as you attack, it keeps persisting, essentially.
Hey, Char.
Yeah.
Druids have a lot of interesting natural powers and stuff. Do you have anything that like might be able to, I don't know, hit them further out? Like something? Can you play around with storms and stuff?
I mean, I can pull lightning.
What's the range on that? Like, how big is the?
Dude,
Is it 60 feet diameter?
it is.
No.
Is it 120?
Let me just read. Dome appears
Pretty sure
shape
it's
of a
60
cylinder
radius.
that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius.
60
Yeah.
foot radius. Okay. So that means that's 120-foot diameter. That probably is going to do the most damage, like, for the farthest out. So if we know these fuckers are coming, if you have the power, you can start a storm and call lightning down.
Wrong.
Just an idea.
Yeah,
Is the
but
lightning strike single point or is it like a line?
Single
it's a single
point.
point.
But
It's not
everything
a
Then
bolt
within
of lightning.
5 feet.
5 feet also
So
gets hit.
it's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that
It
could
acts
really do
as
damage
light.
against the dragon as long as they stay clustered on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's
And
let's
it's
say
an action every turn to just go, oh, hi. Bam.
Yeah.
yeah. It's very nice if you're invisible at the same time.
Someone else has to have the
Well.
concentration.
Okay.
I can make my weapon shiny and hit harder.
And unfortunately for me, I did get rid of a fair portion of my utility to, in anticipation of the coming fight.
I have one use of lightning bolt.
I can run up and. How tall is this tower, Grizz? It's not very tall.
It's not a tower. It's a temple. So it's 2 stories.
Okay, so
And also, how's the? I'm trying to make logic of the map. So if the bridge is over here,
yeah, here we go.
right? Yeah. No. Yeah. I didn't need to see the bridge outside part. I need to see the interior. So where do I enter? There. No, enter there.
Okay.
How do we
I-
get back to the back
I can't
room?
hear you, Chris, if you're talking.
Sorry. The front door is here. The stairs up to the second floor to the altar. The big altar area is here. It's right here.
Okay. So those two stairs are basically directly connected to each other?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm
he-
bad at showing those things. I'm sorry.
You're
He
fine.
goes in here through this door, and then he has to go all the way over here to go up
No,
here.
no. This is the down. The smaller port's the way the next to the next floor. Starts
Okay.
with the wide, goes down to the small. That's the way I
I can
oriented
cast-
that. Sorry.
I can cast spider climb on you. You can just run up the fucking building.
Maybe.
I can also dimension door us inside.
That works. Or up to the top.
Also, Amonet, quick question.
Yep.
Obviously, those crossbows are very, very important to you. But considering the situation, is there any way you can use a larger crossbow to take them out as they approach? Or does it just not work with your magic? I was thinking, is it Kurt or Jesse that has a crossbow? A heavy.
Got a heavy one.
I have to check proficiency. Hold on.
I was wondering because obviously you're a crack shot with the smaller crossbows, but if
Yeah,
You
I
can
might
maybe
be
play
able
around.
to. I might be able to use the larger one. Let me check real quick.
it'd be martial proficiency, I believe.
Yeah.
I think I have it, but I just want to double check.
I believe you do because I've been a blood hunter with a great sword. Didn't get to see it at high level, unfortunately, but oh well.
Classes. Simple weapons, martial weapons.
Martial ranged.
Martial weapon is all encompassing.
Yeah. But if she's on the weapons, no, she's not on the weapons list. Forgot.
No, I'm not on the weapons list yet.
Yeah, if you're proficient in martial, then you'd be proficient in any
Yeah.
in the martial range one.
But I'm just thinking because I think she has crossbow master because she's been using bonus
I do.
action.
I do.
Imagine emblazing that thing and there's bam, 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 sending basically ballista shouts downrange.
Yeah, I don't have to reload.
And I think you have a sharpshooter, which means I think you get better range.
I don't have sharpshooter anymore.
Wait,
I miscalculated how many levels of rogue I was taking with Aminette, so I worked it out with Grizz. I lost sharpshooter. And
Okay.
she now has 2 levels of rogue. Maybe for something in the future, but yeah, no, I there's something with Phantom Rogue I really wanted her to have for in the future. So
I get it.
let's see. Martial range, yeah, heavy crossbow. So the
So
range on that is 100. 100, 400. So yeah, if somebody who's got a heavy crossbow for
Kurt does.
Kurt?
I did.
That would
Okay.
let you stay inside should the fight move there, and she can do some work outside before they even get to you.
Okay, yeah, I can
I
do
also do have a longbow
that. Ooh.
that is my
For the two of
Kensei
you.
weapon.
So
It
how
has
about
I have 150 range of it.
okay, so if we do that, then that would put Almanet, Old Man, and Char up on the roof.
I could technically be on the roof as well
Okay.
with my blast. My range is only 240 though. I don't have the whole set to snipe.
So that
I
would
can
put.
also have a
Go ahead.
bonus action. Any range attack I make for that turn deals an additional 1d4.
So actually, if you. So that okay, if everybody's on the roof, that would put Kurt and Clay on the ground. We also have who else? We're not thinking about our NPCs. Megan would be on the ground.
Let's use the map and place tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have Megan, we have Volt, Kage, Grizztrap, and Holly. Though Grizztrap and Holly, of course, might have they're probably going to either be in the altar room or somewhere else. Polly is busy discussing something with Grizztrap.
By the way, if Clay is setting up the mirror in here, Kurt is gonna be uncomfortable.
Well,
I mean, all you need to do is not look at it.
yeah, we're just planning
Cool.
out. We'll just use tokens to plan out, like what is. We'll say we're all sitting around in the dirt somewhere drawing, and we're figuring out.
I already drew the
strategery.
boxes. R for roof, G for ground.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Also, the
roof ground.
Roof's down here.
Also, something else. We need to get Grizz on that rooftop.
Yeah, because she natural 20s her fucking crossbow every goddamn time.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Oh yeah, she's here.
Yep.
And something maybe not on the roof, but I feel like we
The
should at
little
least
Goblin girl.
sight of them. Because I recall her doing some great work, not only keeping people standing, but punishing anyone that dared get close. That entity, the Guardian Strike.
Volt's gonna be on the ground. Kage on the ground.
Hey, Holly.
Yes. She's looking over at you now.
So obviously, we're coming up with things that we can do to try to break their charge before they can swarm us. But something I was thinking of, a lot of us being up on the roof, it could be it could be precious seconds for us to get back down safely and protect the altar room. Would your religion allow us to do anything to the structure of the building itself to make moving around easier? Like
I'm
not
not.
knocking a door where a door isn't?
I'm not against it, but she thinks for a moment. Just be careful.
Understandable. I'm just trying to figure out a way to maybe improvise a ladder from the roof to the altar room. Because I can teleport myself and one other, but that's it. So if there's a big enough charge down there and we're not prepared, that could be it before we even have a chance to react.
Yeah. And Bryson can help. He's got smithing tools, which could help. I believe he's got like hammers and stuff like that in there.
True. We also have Volt, Kage, and Megan, which will all be just fine on the ground. They can definitely hold their own, from what I've seen.
And remember, Bryson can technically, when push comes to shove, he can fly for
True.
up to a minimum of a minute at a time, but for up to 240 minutes.
Yeah.
Whoever
Does he have any
has-
rules? Sorry, can I just ask you real quick?
Go ahead.
Just because related to Bryson, does he have a weight limit on that? Could he technically grab one of the smaller people?
No, it's whatever he could carry. He's not the strongest person. He's average strength. He's got 10 strength, so
Okay.
a smaller person he could probably carry. He does wield a longsword, but he does it in one hand usually.
Okay.
And he does have a 45-foot move.
I'm just trying to utilize every single feature and function we have.
Oh yeah, and that's the
Doing
thing too.
whatever
Like
you can.
when he gets into the fray, it's going to be once he can use his sword, he's harder to hit.
Two questions. One, who's giving Aminet the heavy crossbow?
We were talking about, I think Kurt is the one with the heavy crossbow.
Yes, he
So
can
if,
give you if you're gonna stay inside in ground. In the ground team, he can do that.
Okay. Is it just a regular heavy crossbow?
It's a normal heavy crossbow.
Okay. Second, I think it would be advantageous for Aminet to be on the roof overlooking the ground team so she can also pick off, because she will get sneak attack on every single thing that is attacking someone on the ground team.
Nice.
One other thing as well, Pink happens to have a longbow
He's not
and
here.
a light crossbow.
He's
I
not
was
here.
going to ask, with him not being here, would GM and put in like how the player played his character
Would
allow
you
one of
want
those
to
ranged
attempt
weapons to be passed
to
over?
make it back through the caves, not knowing how much time you have?
I wouldn't, but that's what I'm thinking about, like to the group,
Mm-mm.
in case someone needs a ranged weapon. Obviously, Clay's fine with his freaking sling.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but I have spells.
So you have more spells now, at least for longer range. Because I know your dagger, which was great.
I
But that's the only
already
one I know about.
I already had ranged spells. I just want sneak attack, and I don't get that if I use spells.
Okay.
You know? I can use ranged attacks.
But you're just like, I don't know that though. You've literally never
know.
used it or discussed it
I
in front of
know.
Galadriel.
That's fair. By the way, I would have set up. I'm just gonna do this. So this is the altar thing, right? Oh, I drew it.
Yes. The altar's up there.
Right, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would have set up a. Let me just draw this real quick. Where's the dirt? I would have set up a dirt box around it,
Okay.
and in that dirt box, tiny little mirror that's pointing outwards.
This reminds me of this
And
discussion
yeah, that's it.
last night with how
And
to
it's
deal with the
on.
Medusa.
Yeah, it's in there.
Well, also,
So
one
as
of the
soon
rules you
as
have
they
to
break
remember,
the
you have to be
wall,
within
it's-
5 feet.
You know, I already activated it. It's inside an enclosed box, Kurt was watching this way, so he didn't see himself in the reflection. And now I just put a wall around it, if you get what I mean.
So the mirror is inside the box. Got it.
Mirrors
Inside the box, it's on
active.
and it's hanging. Yes.
Lord.
And we're
If
told
a mirror,
if
if a mirror is inside a box, does it reflect anything?
I mean, it does, but it doesn't stop
Technically,
working.
it wouldn't, as long as there's no light.
I mean, I guess that's true.
But the moment it gets opened, it would reflect because light.
It's kind of like, does the light in the refrigerator always is it always on?
No,
No.
it's
It's got a little button.
If a mime is walking through the forest and a tree falls and hits him, does anybody care?
not.
Well, I mean, I would
Depends,
hear the squish.
is the mime related to you?
The answer is no,
Is
it's
it a good
mime.
mime?
I don't mind this conversation.
Mimes are people too. Mimes are people too.
I'm gonna.
Mimes just want to feel heard, okay?
I thought mimes just want to have fun.
I'm gonna restrain myself from mimicking your behavior.
I think that's enough out of you, Tobias.
Honestly, when it comes to this kind of humor, I think we hit the wall.
I don't know. I feel like I'm in a glass case of emotions.
Oh,
Oh,
Guess you can't tell
God,
if you're in
man.
silent treatment.
oh.
On the bright
I don't
side,
know.
mime
Feel
can't
like I'm a-
criticize you because those in the House of Glass should not throw stones.
I feel like we're just always like digging a hole and climbing out of it. You're like by a long invisible rope all the time.
If you want, Kurt, when the battle starts, talking about ropes, something was like, oh yeah, I have a rope thing. Let me just double check what this spell does again.
Rope trick?
Rope
Yeah.
trick.
Rope trick.
It's it's completely unnoticeable unless you leave the rope down.
So what? I could be surprised, Wolf.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
dwarf.
I could do it. I'm just saying, like, if you think that's a good thing, I prefer not to do it. Gives me more second level spell slots, you know.
Hmm. Nah. I mean, if Kurt just stays kind of here and don't look in the direction of your dirt box, it's fine.
Oh god, it's those things all over again
What thing?
from Caleb's campaign.
What?
I can't remember what they're called, but if you look at them, you have to make a save or die.
Oh, Bodox.
Bodak.
Yeah,
Oh, those
the
are
mirror's the
fun.
Bodak.
We fought those
Yeah.
in the campaign.
We fought him in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've run into Bodox before.
You were there.
Yeah. Yeah, you were there.
You Eldritch Blast a couple of them.
Yes,
I-
you did. I
I
remember
know.
that now.
But there was a specific campaign moment that Grizz and I had that was just awful with Bodex.
One at the end of each corridor.
No, they were outside windows of a small cabin in the woods.
And people kept looking at the window they broke into.
Specifically
Yeah.
one person.
One person dropped to the ground.
Twice.
Hmm.
First time from full health.
Yep. So that was fun. Having to restore her literally from zero at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah,
But back
thankfully
to
I
the
was
topic
playing a
at hand,
character that
war.
knew what the fuck they were because he hunted undead and was like, yeah, don't look at them. I'm tying something around my eyes.
Remember, it's always a choice to
Then
bring
you
back
almost
a
killed our
fellow.
buddy.
It's always a choice.
He
You don't
wasn't our
always
buddy.
have to.
Yeah.
He was eating sapient beings, so I don't really care about Didn't really care about him.
So what? We're preparing for battle. Like they're gonna be arriving now.
We're essentially planning out where we would be.
Yeah.
When the,
This is the montage with Arnold Schwarzenegger from the first Predator movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
What set of chores are you guys going to do first? What are you setting up first? Because I'm seeing a part of the first action is what Clay is doing over here. Kurt, what is your first action?
Cooking food.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the kitchen then. I'm gonna send Grisdrop in there to help you.
That's fucking
And
Kurt.
Holly
What
is
did you
going to
think?
oversee Clay. All right, Caladrill, what is your first action?
With Holly's permission, I'm going to work out places to improvise like doors or quick ways through. It's like so people from the roof could fire in should they swarm inside. Basically, like think murder holes on the tower.
Do you have materials for that? Do you have ladders? What do you have?
Honestly, I'm debating just like, using short-range Eldritch blasts just to chip away a portion of the wall, and then just making a hole that someone could stick their arms through and shoot downwards, like
Okay.
the gatehouses and castles with murder holes and arrow slits.
Okay. So that means you're going to be working up here, which is what Holly is watching over. Amunet.
Yeah.
Uh, hmm. Uh, I guess she'll help Bryson make bolos and nets and stuff.
Can I give a quick thing, actually? Do it potentially
Okay.
help Almanet if she finds free time?
Sure.
I have a big bag of generic potion materials still that I don't know if I have time to do anything with. You could see if there's
Oh.
anything in there that could
Yeah.
like help catalyze your flashbangs to make them maybe a bigger radius.
No, to be fair, I had to go to the boat to get the materials.
Oh, don't do that. Mm.
He's
How far of a
fast.
walk was it? Was it minutes or hours?
It was about an hour to get all the way through the caves.
You cut out how long?
Hour.
Yeah, you could miss if the fight's gonna happen now. You could miss the whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He's
I
got-
personally
he's
think it's worth it, considering
we-
you said it was an open ocean, but still, I'm concerned.
What do you need off the boat?
I have no nets, and I have nothing to make the metal parts of the bolos.
You could give him the bag of holding. That way, only one person has to go, and he can take all the materials back.
Again, the problem is, what if I'm halfway through there, and it happens, or what if I just get to the boat and it happens?
Yeah, basically it's 2 hours. 1 hour there, 1 hour back.
Yeah.
I think even
I can
So
move
that is
90
up to
feet
you.
around,
You
so I
can.
can fucking book it.
Yeah.
something else I'm thinking as well. You said that the dragon was in open ocean. I would think even with a dragon flying quickly, if he was 2 hours away, you'd be able to see the island.
Mm,
It depends on how it moves. Remember, this is called the Chaos Islands.
But I think if it's moving that quickly, we'd feel it.
not necessarily.
That's not what I meant. I meant is that you don't like one of your theories is that it's on the back of a turtle. Other theories are it appears and disappears at will, or the fact that the entire skyline might just bend around it. At which point, the dragon might suddenly find itself directly over top of the island at any point.
So that also means that he could
That's why
be-
it's called the Chaos Islands. They random things happen out here like that.
Then honestly, we just have to take the gamble that either he's right on top of us and is about to attack, or he could not be here for a week. We don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically what's going on here.
Honestly, I'd say go, because materials and preparation is going to be what wins the fight. But I'm also one voice among 5 or 6, so please, other people put in input.
Yeah, worst thing that happens, you have to pilot one of the NPCs during the fight instead of your character because your character's too far away.
Fuck.
I mean, he has another plan. It's not just that. That's not the only thing
Yeah.
he can do.
But you guys might have plenty of time, and then find out that you have a week to wait.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be up to the dice.
I'll leave that up to Fluffy. I'll leave it up to you what you want to do. It's your character. I think that
If he goes, it gives you time to tinker with the idea I mentioned if you chose, or work on another project.
yeah. Guess so. I'm just concerned. Yeah. We'll lose somebody on the roof. Ah, fuck. I guess if the dragon, if they do come, I could scry on Bryson and tell him if we can have somebody who can see well off into the distance, I could scry and tell Bryson turn back around and try to get him back here.
So what you're saying is you want me to send Carrie out into the sky so you can look over the mountains.
What you're saying is I turn into a hawk and keep a watch while.
What I'm saying is both
Bryson's
y'all
away.
motherfuckers do that because I can't trust either one of you.
Oh, I could literally just send Carrie up and play UAV. You use Scry, look over her shoulder as she spins around. Frickin' synchronized Assassin's Creed style.
Personally, I'm not. The bolos, I don't think, are that going to be that big of a help.
Okay.
Because if we have a flying issue that's small enough that a bolo would help, I do have another thing that would help against that.
What's that?
Iron bands of binding.
But that's only one thing, though.
It is only one thing, but so would bolos be only one thing.
No, not if you attach them to like four corners of a net.
So what she's thinking is a net with like rocks on each of the corners, so when it launches out, hits something, and tangles up.
I think I'm thinking of different. Yeah, that's what I was kind of imagining.
I
But
literally
the
watched.
iron bands of Bolaro, those are great. That's a fucking nice item.
True.
I
I still
don't
think
know.
the idea of a net with like essentially caltrops embedded in the rope would be great. Thrown right, it could catch it could catch a cluster of things, dig into them, dealing damage, and be harder for them to dig out. The main thing is preparation, because someone would have to sit there and weave each little spike.
What size dragon was the dragon, Grizz?
Let's see. You definitely saw him, so you would know his size class. Let's see. Septimus is a huge dragon.
Can only go up to large. I think.
So that makes him an adult.
You're a call, Fluffy. You're a character. Whatever you want to do. I think we have a good setup here. I don't know if you don't think that the bolos would be a good game plan and you think that's better, then let's do that.
I just wish we had the Stormy Jack and its ballistas right now.
So my concern is twofold. One, Bryce not being there because Bryson is a heavy hitter.
Yeah, he is.
Two, we don't really have anything to fire those off at a decent speed.
Yeah, we do. Harpoon launcher.
That would mean customizing it to the harpoon.
Okay. Then it's not worth it. We don't do it.
That would take more time.
Okay. Then we don't do it. But I do like the idea of what if I could make some shit out of Caladriel stuff and my stuff, and with our powers combined, Amunet can make some go booms or I don't know.
Yeah, or one thing with like some kind of catalyst at the end to just take what you currently have and make it more effective, or make it
Yeah,
like have more to pass around, so to speak.
yeah, she does have like a couple things she could aerosolize, like the purple worm poison with the mushroom. She has Varrock poison. She has the gibbering mouther flashbangs. She has the arsenic. She has death dog disease, toadstool poison. Like, she can make some shit.
Mix them all together and what you got?
Actually,
Dinner.
Yeah.
could you prepare those crossbow bolts with the purple worm poison and throw one of your effects on it? Or is it only one or the other?
You mean my Crimson Rights?
Yes. Could you apply poison to the bolts ahead of time and then fire them from your Crimson Right weapon?
I
No,
was under
because the
the
bolts
impression-
come from her blood.
Yeah, I was about to say the bolts are actually manifestations of the blood. Last I looked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I was asking because I didn't know if like she had a magical
You remember
special crossbow.
Jesse? He was also a blood hunter. His
I
bullets
know, but that's not a
manifested out
mechanic of the
blood.
class. That's a mechanic of flavor. So
Yeah.
that's why I was
Yeah.
asking Aminet if she could use her Crimson Rights on a mundane normal weapon, or if it has to be her special weapons. Because like with
Well-
Jesse, I remember you saying he had like a little spike thing. He could like prick his finger
Yeah.
to put the blood in for the bullet.
Yeah, that was the flavor for him. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Unfor-
like, could she adapt it to a normal crossbow with normal bolts, or is it literally like her lifeblood that goes into it?
Yeah, about that lifeblood thing. Yeah, unfortunately, without revealing too much, no.
You're
it
fine.
wouldn't work.
I mean, I feel like that's a question like without revealing too much, she'd be able to tell me that. Either
Yep.
she uses normal bolts, or she can use normal bolts, or she can't. And that ends it.
Yeah, she would just basically like she would wave her hand and it would come out of her. And just like I'm sorry.
Okay. Still, I thought it might be a decent idea. But yeah,
Yeah.
aerosolize I think will be best.
To be fair, could also poison the arrows that Bryson has.
Yeah, I can poison other people's arrows. That's easy. Like I
only
can
have 18.
Poison grizzes.
I can still she can still do the ting. She just can't use the ting. She can give the ting to other people.
Yeah.
So, okay. So yeah, she'll she'll take Caladriel stuff and she'll start using catalyst to make what she has stronger and try to aerosolize some of the
Death dog.
let's see.
Yeah, because I think powdering
No,
that mushroom and like making like almost like a
The
pine
death
tar
dog is going
thickness
to be
slurry would
24
good.
hours. It's not going to be worth it.
So maybe do that one last if we have the time.
Okay, so you're doing potion working during
Yeah.
this time. Okay.
I'm sciencing.
Char, what about you? What are you doing?
Char's probably just gonna keep a lookout. Try and BD watch out for in case.
I have Megan, Volt, and Kage doing that actually. Since as GM I don't actually have anything for them to work on at the moment. You know, since you guys are coming up with all sorts of plans, so the three of them are already on lookout duty. Do you want us to join them?
Yeah, because Char doesn't really have anything else he can really do unless he
Okay.
rests.
Do you,
That, and that leaves
He takes a
Bryson.
long rest, which is too long.
What are you keeping an eye on? What are you doing? What's your
Can
current
Bryson
project?
collect, with permission from people and Holly, anything silver in the area,
Let's see.
including coin, if they allowed?
Yeah, there's nothing silver directly in the area, but people might have silver on them.
If people have silver, I'm willing to pay them back because I have money on me. I just don't have silver specifically. If only we had a forge cleric. I think they can transmute metals into different materials.
Oh, that would be useful.
Kurt has 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
what's
If
something?
you want to take them.
Amunet has 1 silver piece.
There you go.
I have a wooden stake.
Clay's got Clay's got a bag of dirt.
Kurt has an actual stake.
Uh,
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha!
Clay has quicksilver.
Yeah, he's going to go to each person to ask. He's willing to compensate them if they really want it.
Oh,
He only has gold.
I do have a bunch of jewelry. Let me check if there's gold. No gold.
Kurt does not care about
platinum, no.
compensation. It's just 5 coins.
Does Kurt have silverware?
No.
If it was, it's not anymore.
I have a candle holder. Would that be silver?
Probably not, unless it specifies silver.
I don't know. I just took it. I don't know what it was.
Where did you
Uh,
pick it up?
I think I picked it up in some rich ass mansion or some dilapidated place.
I stole it off some bougie
That's
fucker.
way different.
Hey, Grizz.
Yes?
Did the adamantine pickaxe function as a weapon?
Sure. It can function as
Yeah.
a weapon.
I mean,
Ah.
pickaxe is actually a weapon in 5e, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a
I
weapon
just
yeah.
realized Amunet has a heavy crossbow in her inventory.
Neutral
Oh.
2-person? What the hell is that?
I have one.
I don't know what it is.
So
You didn't need Kurt's then.
I don't need Kurt's. Kurt, you have your crossbow back.
If mine wasn't good enough, got it.
Listen, dwarf! She'll actually give you back the other one and keep the dwarven one because
No,
she's better.
I had
No.
grease on that.
Nah, too late, bitch. Not now.
No, I hate fresh ones. This one is never used.
I'm pretty sure she found it in like one of the ruins. I don't know. It's on the inventory thing. I have no fucking idea.
It's functioning.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, Char, did you say that you weren't really doing anything because you don't really like have a spell or anything that like fits the situation?
Yeah.
Kurt Willing, would you like to help me dig some holes in walls with the pickaxe? Because you're probably stronger than me.
He's currently cooking food. If we give him an hour at least, he can.
No, I was asking if Char could assist using Char's strength. He just had to get the pickaxe off of Kurt.
I'm not. I
Char has
don't.
strength?
Yeah, I don't know why you think I have better strength than you.
Because you're melee and I'm pew pewy.
I use my wisdom
Druid.
modifier.
wisdom
when I
melee.
Ah,
fight.
because club.
Yeah,
Technically, wisdom melee. No, he can't because
Shillelagh.
it's metal.
Oh my god.
It's like he could shillelagh the pick, but he can't because it's not wood.
Technically, it's wood, but the hitty part isn't, which is the
No,
problem.
it's not wood at all. It's entirely made out of adamantium.
Oh, it doesn't have a wooden shaft?
That is correct.
So
Okay.
can he use it as a war pick? Same stats. 1d8
Yes.
piercing.
Yep, and it's made out of adamantium.
That's pretty nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's got a retired old Warhammer.
Okay. Doesn't adamantine do extra damage to like
Structures, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Structures
Constructs
and certain
too,
other
maybe?
things.
Is there anything that? Oh my god! Isn't it like certain golems that had to be hurt by adamantine?
Yes.
hmm
Fuck yeah!
There's certain golems and never enemy types are like not magical attacks of non-adamantine weapons are immune or resistant.
Yes, adamantine war pick. I'm gonna rename it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You wanted to leave it.
No, he didn't.
Yes. I'm essentially turning the silver coins I end up collecting into caltrops to put somewhere. In case things have silver allergies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, certain undead things and things from Shadowfell have silver allergies.
Do we still have that sort of light?
No, we
that
don't
would
have the Sunblade. That's Lancelot's.
a lot.
Yeah, Lancelot has that.
I have a blade that makes electricity.
We have a Blade of Lightning.
Is a lightning blade.
Oh, by the way, earlier when I was attempting just to get a quick word with my patron, was there any response or just kind of a feeling?
I didn't even hear you say that. Sorry that everyone was
You're
been
good.
talking a lot.
You're good. It was a
So
while ago, and we talked about a lot of information.
yes. So what are you trying to talk with your patron about?
Just see if she had any generic guidance at all. Because at the time that I initially kind of sat down with my shield across my lap, I was not sure of how to proceed. I was literally out of ideas.
Well, it seems like you have ideas now, so you're good.
So I'll just say she gave me the ideas.
Yes, that works for me.
Thanks,
There we go.
Unicorn.
And now we're going to have like a 5-minute break. Water,
Okay.
bathroom,
Hooray.
all sorts of stuff.
Okie doke.
I might keep a caltrop on me.
I've never had time to plan before a fight. This is stressful, but also fun.
It makes me think that there's a lot that's going to come at us if we have time to plan.
It
If
makes me
only-
think that all plans we're making are for nothing.
Only I had whiff of warding and a shit ton of gold.
I have a feeling that they're
No.
not going to be flyers. I think that the ground group is going to have a lot of trouble.
That's
I
what
don't
I was thinking of putting, like, setting the bag or setting it so like the ground troop can retreat back through the door
Mm-hmm.
and having them be able to scatter the cal trips like right here or something like that.
Yeah.
What I was really wanting to do was, because I thought I had Glyph of Warding, but apparently Warlock can't get Glyph of Warding even with the Celestial expanded list. But I was wanting to put freaking Flame Striking Glyphs of Warding.
Don't fuck. Landmines of death.
Exactly! I could technically just set it to explode, saving the spell slot, because I think Glyph of Warding lets you have elemental explosions of
does.
like 20 damage. But unfortunately, I don't get it.
It's a water pick.
Everything is fine.
Fuck did it go?
I think I want to make some tea. I'll be right back.
Yeah. we're
Alrighty. Oh, by the way,
I'll
everybody,
be right back.
just kind of general question to the air. Do any of you know if there's open games that I could jump into or starting up? I'm itching to get another campaign going.
I got nothing on my end, unfortunately.
I
Okay.
don't.
I'm in a bunch of Discords. I'm sure I'll find one in the next couple of days.
I've been looking
It's
to
just easier.
start my own up, but since I'm already into two games and spend like what is it, 6 out of 8 nights, 6 out of 8 weekend nights per month playing, don't really feel like I have the time and energy to run a game at the same time.
Yeah, you're not Grizz.
Yeah, no. And I also don't have the same number count of players. I think 3 is the best number. 4 is a good amount. 5 is too much. for
Well,
me.
I personally can see how it's too much for someone that already has a lot of shit going on, because it's a lot easier to balance a campaign for 3 to 4. I feel like 5 or 6 is good, just because you can get so many different people and ideas and just like little roles to fill.
Yeah. I just like to balance the game for a smaller group, because that means I don't have to throw a unreasonable encounter at them. Oh, got it. I gotta write down. Mute myself.
And I'm back.
Sorry, had someone shouting downstairs. I'm here. Also, I hope whoever's here is doing well.
Anyone else back? Ah, there we go.
What was that?
Nothing.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Quint.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to step away for a quick moment. Grizz, were you saying something?
Was just saying hi. That's all.
Hello.
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 But yeah, I've been itching to back to a conversation that we were kind of having earlier. I've been itching to play a character concept that I really haven't gotten to play to fruition yet.
What would that be?
Okay.
A similar build to what Cloud was, but with a couple of different changes to the play style and the build. But a Gloomstalker, like level 5-ish Gloomstalker, and then going the rest into Rogue. I did a little bit with Deslo, but I really want to play that to a higher level.
I heard that.
I kind of want to play an ancestral warrior at some point by making like a combo of what's it again? The barbarian with the ghost and phantom rogue. Sounds like a lot of fun. To have like a ghost army, quote unquote.
That's just making me think of Phasma.
My main concern with that would simply be Rogue and Barbarian don't go too well together with the with their special like extra damages. Flavor wise,
No,
would
they
be
go-
freaking great though.
Not that
They
bad.
go well
actually.
together, actually.
Yeah, you can
Well,
play.
you
it
have to use dexterity though to get
Barbarians
sneak
are
attack.
fun.
No, you don't.
Or
You need it.
I
for
thought it
sneak-
had to be a ranged or a finesse weapon.
It has to be range or finesse weapon, and finesse is strength or dex, your choice.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
cool.
just needs to be finesse. Granted, you can't use two-handed weapons, but
So you can use a rapier, which is a finesse, and rage
Or
and
scimitar.
strength.
Which I believe
Scimitar?
Scimitar is basically a finesse longsword.
I think so.
also reckless
Rage.
attack. You basically always have sneak attack.
I was about
Oh,
to
yeah.
say, rage, reckless attack. Gives you advantage.
That actually
which
going well,
means you
but
can
I was
automatically do sneak
misremembering
attack.
the sneak attack requirement.
Yeah. You just get it has to be either with advantage, with a finesse or range weapon, or near with an ally near it. That is conflicting it. Essentially. Still it has to be a conscious enemy or ally, rather.
Hey, all I care is that it works. I don't really care about the specifics. And if I'm misremembering and it does work, then freaking awesome. That sounds cool.
Yeah. My one player may have broken the game with that at one point.
With what?
They had a high sneak attack and just reckless.
Barbarian rage.
In Zoom, it takes 2 levels in barbarian to get reckless, right?
Think so.
Yes.
I
And
mean,
it takes 3 to actually get into Ancestral Guardian.
yeah, I know. It's just like just 2 levels into barbarian is pretty good for rogue anyway. Like you gain rage, which basically doubles your HP. I mean, most of the time, not always, but like doubles your HP.
It
plus you
effectively does, yeah.
have- effectively, and
Depends
you
on what you're
also
getting hit
have half of your abilities from
If
rogue.
you're getting hit with magical things, it doesn't exactly help.
I mean, yeah, no. Like, I mean, you could go Totem Barbarian, like bear, and then it would help. But like, even without that, like you half the damage with rage, and then you half it with uncanny dodge. So you're basically taking quarter damage in a melee fight. Or
True.
if you get hit by a big ass spell, if it happens to be piercing damage or something, like you can get quite a bit of damage reduction.
True. Well, also, if you go Barbarian first, you'll get the guaranteed max level or max HP off the first roll,
Mhm.
which would give you a nice little bump.
Yeah.
At least like when you get started. Because let's face it, rogues, they kind of like to die, like wizards and sorcerers and everything with
I
tiny
mean-
HP die.
You say that, but like maybe early levels, but later on,
That's
like
what I'm talking about.
they're like
Just the early game
probably
tanks.
better tanks than a bunch of other things actually. Like they can be like, fuck you and your magic damage with
Yeah,
evasion.
it's damage negation as opposed to damage absorption.
Granted, is everyone back?
Yeah, I think
I haven't
I mean,
heard. Yeah.
Tobias
Yo-yo-yo?
said he's back. Evil said he's back.
That did a lie.
Gemini's
I
been
lied.
Quintet's been speaking. Grizz hasn't been speaking, but she's back.
I have been speaking. Can't you hear me?
Now we can.
We
Now
just
we
heard
can.
you. I assumed you were just back and letting us babble on.
Babylon.
Well, there's that too, but no, I've been back.
That's why I said you're back, but haven't been speaking because I knew you were back. Anyway, we're all back.
All right, so you've been working on your various tasks. The wall around the shrine has been built, and the mirror stashed inside. You guys have been doing other little things. Just checking my notes real quick. Okay. So, now time to see something. So far, so good. What do you continue to do after this first hour has gone by?
Make a quick check on the horizon, make sure there's nothing winged.
Birds.
Well, you
Eldritch
can't-
Blast.
Remember, you're in a caldera. You can't actually see beyond the mountains at this point.
Then that's my horizon. Do I see anything with wings sticking their heads over?
Just the occasional
It's a-
bird flying by.
It's a very elevated horizon.
They have wings, Eldritch Blast.
Yes, a puff of feathers.
Yeah.
I guess since I think Kurt has finished making a meal and then he's gonna go up to the roof team, I guess. Oh wait, then no one is up on the roof now.
Right. There. Some of them were working up there. Aminette and Bryson seem to be working on little projects here. Like Aminette's working on distilling something, I think, and Bryson is. God, now I've forgotten what Bryson's doing.
Making caltrops out of silver
making-
coin.
Okay, so he's working with the silver coin and trying to make caltrops out of them.
So Kurt is handing out treats.
Thanks, Kurt.
That he can use in battle.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
Yay! Chef
That-
eat!
Yes, I decided that since Kurt has been a chef, if the chef feat had been around before the first session, he would have already had that feat. So
If
it would
I
have
been an
awarded it
option.
to him. Yeah.
Just because yeah. It's not the greatest feat, but he would have had it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
So it
so
definitely has some
so I
use.
just awarded it to him.
So you can
So
use.
how many temp hit points?
You can eat it as a bonus action, and it will give you 4 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
So, yay.
One Kurt treat. For temp HP.
So he has 4 of them. So Bryson gets 1, Aminet gets 1, Canadril gets 1.
4 plus your proficiency bonus. Oh, never mind. I'm looking at the short, the
second-
the hit die.
It's
Sorry.
It's just a proficiency.
I was looking at
Both
the top
cases.
one.
So
Yeah, I'll take it.
Aminet, Bryson, Canadril, and he's gonna offer 1 to Clay,
Nope. Still don't trust your food, man.
and he's gonna hand it over to Holly.
Holly smiles. Thank you, Kurt.
I'd like to point out that there are people in this party right now that have 24 extra HP.
Quick note: temporary hit points do not stack.
Yeah, they do.
Mine isn't temporary HP; it's increased maximum.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh.
it's really.
It's every session.
And what else? Oh no, nothing. I forgot my. What I was gonna say. Oh no, yeah, the treats are. I don't know. I guess something he caught from the water outside that he just mashed up and spiced
Probably
and dried.
more like there's not really much in the water, but so it's probably more like local berries and such.
Oh, it's a trail mix. It's a trail mix. So what's it? Trail mix.
Mhm.
Crunchy. With just a few beetles.
Nom nom.
Do you think with enough know-how, someone could figure out a way to like infuse the I think was it bigworts, the ones that make you bigger?
God,
Yes.
I guess.
Those
I mean, it
into
doesn't
food
specify what
to where
ingredients you use.
you take a tiny bit of food, you eat it, and it grows. It's basically like a sensu bean.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Sorry, just the shit I think about.
You cook it with a good berry.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but sure. Heals you for 1 and gives you 4 temporary. That's what Kurt does, anyway. He's also swinging around the pickaxe as if he's practicing to strike something with it.
Just don't forget to pick your targets carefully.
Careful, careful. Open flame over here, Kurt.
Swing, swing,
Mhm.
swing.
She's just keeping an eye.
So how are things going over with your potions?
I don't know.
Make-
How are things going with my potions, Grizz?
Let's see. Make a check. We'll use wisdom on your what is it, alchemy or herbalist kit, whichever of those kits you have.
Alchemist.
Mhm.
Wisdom. Normal. Mm.
Eh. They seem to be. There's like a kind of a stench coming up at it, kind of sulfuric. Not very
Uh-huh.
pleasant.
I'm trying. See how well they turn out. I've never weaponized or added catalyst to any of these before.
I'd be down to go over and help once I'm done with my task. Don't know how long it would take though.
I would imagine punching holes in fucking walls may take a bit.
Yeah. I also never got permission to use the pick, and also I don't have experience using pick, so it wouldn't be effective anyway.
She's gonna keep continuing.
Clay, what are you doing now that you're done with your alcove?
I'm just sitting down and sewing a bit.
Okay.
Just in case something wants to TP in here or something.
Caladrill, what about you? What are you doing now that you've opened up holes in the around?
Could we mark them just for the people that might be up on the roof that have to shoot down?
Sure. Mark them on the walls.
I just don't really know the layout of the tower over this room.
It's not a tower. It's just a two-floor
Oh,
temple.
okay. Sorry, I heard someone specifically mention tower.
And I corrected them at that point too.
So after the second floor, is there a tower?
Yes.
God damn it.
When does a tower become a tower? After the second floor, or the third floor, or the fourth floor, or the fifth floor?
I'd say that she might give decent coverage.
By its shape, I would assume.
Oh.
I want to make a tower that's just. It's not a tall tower. It's a sideways tower.
You mean a bridge?
A covered bridge.
But if it didn't connect anything else on the other side, it would be a pretty shit bridge.
No,
It's
it's just a
very
tower I just tipped over.
It very much confused people. Yeah, I had a tipped over tower at one point.
I don't want to know what that battle map looked like.
Yeah, the players didn't like it. I haven't used it since.
In real life, that'd be cool, but in game, I feel like that could be very difficult to convey.
What's up with the circles?
Those are holes in the roof so that people can look down and shoot things.
Yeah, we compromise this infrastructure.
They're murder holes or arrow slits, like in a
Are
castle
they
gatehouse.
on the roof of this thing, or are they on this floor?
They're on the
The
roof.
roof.
Okay, I don't like that, but okay.
So occasional bits of light come filtering down.
And Holly's just watching as we desecrate the temple.
Hey, I asked for her permission before I did that.
Still doesn't make any difference. Still desecrating.
I'm fortifying.
No!
I'm fortifying. Punch hole. See? Fortified.
Again, they're freaking arrow slits. That's a literal thing that's been used in history. Actually, I guess they'd be considered matriculations more like. Once all is said and done, I think I will go ahead and help Amina out, or at least attempt to add my expertise to assist her.
Assuming if Amina wants to continue to brew, yes. Kurt, what about you?
Anyone need some manual labor?
Manual labor's all done. Sorry.
Zug zug. All done.
Work.
What did Bryson say about pit traps? Or was it Clay that said something about pit traps?
He said something about bit traps, but you know who doesn't have the spell, so it doesn't matter, I think.
Yeah, I don't have the spell.
It's on you, buddy. What are you planning on doing now?
Who?
Kurt?
Who?
Ah, you just asked me.
Yeah, but I didn't hear what you said. People talked over you and completely lost it.
No, well, Kurt was asking if anyone needed manual labor, and then no, apparently. So he's just standing there like,
And how long is he going to do that for? Now that you've asked and it's been answered.
15 hours is gonna stand there and look confused.
All right, that's a number.
Jesus.
And
Alright.
Annette, what are you doing?
So I had this idea. Like, she's probably still, like, distilling, but can she, like, kind of go into a trance and check in with her patron?
Sure.
Just kind of she's looking for guidance that, like, she's, like, provided in the past for these temples, and
Are you planning on relaying everything back to your party, or would you like to go to Whispers?
This is. I don't feel like keeping any information would be beneficial to the situation, so she'll relay everything to the party.
All right.
And if something comes out, something comes out. It's fine.
So Caladriel takes over the brewing duty, or the distilling duty, or whichever it is you would call it, and you slip into a trance, and you find yourself in your normal sort of position to talk to your patron.
Wings go out.
What is it that you need, child?
Final seal. We have reached and are guarding it against the Septimus. Just seeking any blessings or guidance you can give myself or anyone else as we try to protect this or take him down, whatever.
This is but one step on your journey. Many things can happen at this point. Do not despair if you do not get the outcome that you think is good at first. Just keep me in your thoughts.
Question about the sword he wields. Is this something that I would be able to wield as well? Or is the risk too great?
That depends on my paladin. It is hard to tell what is going on with him. He may have it's been a long time since that sword has been created. He may have lost much of himself since then. It's unclear what he is thinking at this point, and if he is truly thinking or simply feeling.
If I were... Sorry?
Go ahead.
If I were to say lay hand on it, or it gets in contact with me, I realize that if it takes my life, I will not be able to return. But could you use it maybe as a conduit to, I don't know, realign him, so to speak?
Perhaps, if that is what he needs.
I mean, I lost my way and you've helped me.
Yes.
Maybe by way of another, might be able to get him back on track.
You feel her reach down and pat you gently on the head.
Okay, I feel like I've said something stupid.
Your heart is in the right place.
In the center, a little to the left. Yeah, no. All right. Well, we'll do our best. That was it.
All right. And what about you, Bryson?
After doing the cow drops, I mean, he's not trying to make them look pretty or anything like that. They're just effective. He's worried about sharp.
All right.
That's all he's worried about.
Roll a survival check.
Could I use my smith tools?
Sure. Roll Smith tools with wisdom.
All right.
Nice.
So you've managed to make how many? So you made these caltraps out of what exactly?
Whatever silver coins he was given. So far, I know at least I was given 6.
Okay.
I don't know what else NPCs would have given them, or what cal or clay,
Yeah,
if
and
any.
you don't have any smelters or anything like that. So I think you managed to make all 6 of them into caltraps or pieces of caltraps.
I
Yeah, it's
could
more
actually
just like
see,
bending the
depending on how
metal.
thick the coin is, you're making some pretty effective ones. Like punch holes out of each side, twist it, and just like kind of make a little
Essentially.
like porcupine effect
But
or
my point
hedgehog.
was is that you don't have a smelter on you. You just
Yeah.
have tools. So
No, like I said, it was more just breaking the coins into sharp corners, essentially.
yeah. So you managed to make all 6 of them into proper caltraps.
Let's see, what do you do
I
after
have some
that?
electrum pieces you could have. They're basically useless.
Well, Kurt gave 5 pieces of silver, so the electrum just goes to Kurt because each electrum is worth 5 pieces of silver.
I have 15 electrum.
Kurt
What
was
do you
given
do?
an electrum.
What else do you have, friend?
What is this foul coin?
What
Steady.
kind of fuckery is this?
It's
It's
cursed. I
like the
can feel
merging
it.
of 2 metals.
Can I have a hemp pine rope that I can cut up. I have a shovel. Can I have it? Can I set up something like in the entranceway here, so that like when a ground troop runs by, they can like cut the rope and have the caltrops be flung via the shovel like a catapult?
That sounds reasonable.
You
Like,
want like a Home Alone bucket of nails sort of deal?
Essentially, yeah.
Draw a little picture of that so that we see what's there, or write out like put little text marker there.
Bryson Wolf is just an alias. His real name is Kevin McAllister.
You ever read or heard the screen theories that Kevin McAllister grew up to be Jigsaw?
Yeah, it's like I think Fluffy was talking about that the other day.
The
It's
only
like,
problem is that with that is that the timeline doesn't match because John Kramer is a bit older than Kevin McAllister would be, but
well, it's like one route you
other than
go,
that,
one route you go Jigsaw, and the other route you go, fucking, oh god, the detective from fucking Die Hard. I forget which way what his name is.
do you mean the cop or do you mean someone
The
else?
cop. No, the cop. The fucking
John McClane.
John McClane. There we go.
Timeline doesn't work only there because Kevin is way too young.
Yeah. Well, time is just a construct, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the text out here because he's getting covered, but I'll draw essentially where he would put it if he did. Where's my freehand? There's my freehand. Come here, silver color.
That
I'll
is
have an
true.
idea when you're done.
You can make the argument that Home Alone is basically Die Hard for kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're both Christmas movies, after all.
They are.
That's
I watched them both this Christmas.
yeah.
I did not watch Die Hard. I did watch Home Alone.
Essentially, he would anchor to the ground using like nails, whatever's in his thing, and basically use the rope as a tension point to kind of like hold the shovel down like a catapult would.
Okay.
and then like you cut the rope as you run past, and that would release tension, and the catapult, the shovel would just go toward the door.
Funny
you gotta
enough,
you gotta trip wire
catapults
there,
actually
then.
use tension in rope to launch their projectiles.
Yeah, it's a one-use trap, but it also would scatter caltrops, or scatter them in someone's face if they're
Yes.
right there.
And I actually drew a visualization down below that I think could work as well. The red dots are basically hinges or like some kind of jury-rigged hinge-esque thing. The rope that's like going horizontal goes across the door. So they run, they pull the rope, which yanks the shovel, launches and scatters. The dimensions are not one-to-one.
Yeah, essentially, I want it so that the ground team, if they need to retreat back into the place, they can get past and be like,
Yeah.
good luck getting past. It's only 6 silver caltrops, but it'll hurt,
True.
especially if they're allergic.
Just out of curiosity, if Clay reaches into his bag, or when Clay reached into his bag looking for stuff, did he ever pull out any shrapnel?
I did. I threw it away because it fucking rigged me.
Ah,
Yeah, he threw away the shrapnel a while ago.
alrighty.
Sadly.
It just would have been convenient if he had it, because there's
mean,
caltrops right there.
It wouldn't have been much anyway. Like it was one
True.
grenade.
True, but I mean, you could also scatter that into the. To be fair, but we don't have it. So that'll be his next task, making sure that that's put together, and warn the ground team and anybody else how this trap works, because he doesn't want his friends or his allies getting
Compatriots.
Speaking of
Caltrops in the face.
people, the ground team that you need to warn, Char, what are you doing? Are you still standing out there watching?
Char is going to turn into an eagle and keep an eye out around, like fly high enough that he can see out into the ocean. And keep an eye out.
Yeah, for all anybody else knows, somebody in this party is probably the evil mastermind behind all of this, and they're just slow playing the rest of you.
Shut up, Grizz.
The fucking minions
Is it you?
wander into the altar, see Kurt. Why do I hear boss music?
Oh yeah, and then the mirror reveal, and most of them disappear.
At some point, I am definitely going to do something like that. For a 10-20 session planned out game. It's going to be, one of you is the BBEG, and
Oh,
it's going to
Among
send
Us?
me notes.
Among
It's you, mama.
For all you know, I could do a double cross.
We
and
end the
have all of-
session
and each of you could
voting
be
someone off.
And I could pull every one of you is the BBEG, and are just trying to outwit each other. But that's just a thing.
I like the idea of voting someone off at the end of the session.
Oh, God. I don't know how I feel about that. My track record,
Because
I'm
immediately it
first.
would just
Well,
go
I think
Quinton
we're-
sus.
I unfortunately think Shuttle would not be happy with that sort of game.
Hey, if that could be like a game like we do as like a one shot, and I can just like drink cocktails and commentate the entire night, I'm down.
Oh,
I just don't want to play.
So what you're saying is Grizz is Prometheus, you're Zeus, and we're playing Immortals.
Maybe. I just we don't need to talk about that, but yeah.
Quick question: do we have any holy water?
Do you have any holy water?
Amanet had a flask at one point, but I think used it all.
Do we have a cleric that could bless it with the rich
I have
ceremony?
Holly.
technically,
middle of a
don't we
very.
have an entire lake outside that is in the
You have
I would-
Holly. You have a lake of water sitting in the middle of a very
I-
holy temple.
Well,
Oh, I would like two bottles of holy water, please.
would you,
Do you have any
do
flasks?
you want that? Extra large?
I have 2 holy waters and a holy cross, 2 number 9s,
Two bodies of Christ and blood of Christ.
and a
as well.
Holy Spirit.
Yes.
That stuff doesn't come to
Oh,
steer in this world.
goodness.
Dwarf. Yeah,
Is a
but
Holy
ca-
Spirit a
can I-
wine that you boil the hell out of?
that's a good one. Can I ask Holly for some two little bottles of holy water?
So yeah, her response is, "Do you have any bottles?"
This boy have bottles? No, but I have a drinking. I have a flask. I have 2 flasks of oil.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Holy oil.
Can you bless this? No, I'll just throw the oil out and be like, here.
What?
Just dumping oil on them in the temple.
Yeah,
I'd also be fine cannibalizing my alchemist supplies to get some vials.
Kurt is going to ask Holly if holy water tastes better.
She shakes her head at Kurt. It
Can
has
I-
no extra taste at all, as far as I've ever been able
Any
to
kind of
tell.
nutritional value.
I'm afraid not. No more than ordinary water.
Ah,
So
Lister
Chris,
spirits.
I have 2 bottles of holy water now, right?
Yeah, during that time period, she goes off, gathers some water, and blesses it for you. Making
I'll-
holy water.
I make 2 holy daggers. Daggers made out of holy water.
Okay.
Oh no!
That only lasts for an hour.
Yeah, but like I can just do this every hour. Like 30 minutes before the spell, like 20 minutes before the spell ends, I'll just be like, stay frozen, please. Thank you.
Something
Just a
else just
cantrip.
occurred to me. Holy water, right? If Amonette was able to drink it with the right timing, would her blood have holy water in it, making her stuff holy?
I have contemplated this with poison before, and I did not get an answer earlier in the campaign. Like if she could like make herself immune to poison.
Having played a blood hunter myself, I think my answer is no. Unfortunately, the enchantment of the blood, as you're pulling it out, distills anything else you might have in your blood. It like separates out and pushes away anything else that's that is distills.
What if you have a lycanthrope curse and you use your
Same
blood?
goes.
Huh?
Same goes. It
Darn.
doesn't turns your enemy into a lycanthrope.
So, yeah.
So for essence, Grizz, when I stab someone with dagger HW, that means it's a dagger made out of holy water.
Yep.
I don't know if it's gonna matter at all, but like I don't know. I might as well try it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna die
Yeah,
anyway.
those daggers basically probably won't survive much more than a stabbing or two. Just to
Yeah,
let you know.
that's fine.
They're basically one-shot items.
It's fine though. It's like a holy dagger stabbed into someone, and then like it leaks holy water straight into the veins of the creature. You know.
Yeah,
Or
if the
something else
creature's
you
an
could
undead,
do.
It might help.
Instead of
I don't-
daggers, you could attempt to make them into like little pointy sling bullets. Might give you more shots.
I mean, it doesn't because it can only be like an item, and it doesn't really matter that much because I'm gonna be using psychic dagger most of the time.
Yeah.
I just want to have this just in case, like, I don't know, some vampire stuff tries to like insta murder me, and I think a holy dagger would do a lot more than just like a stab with a normal dagger. You know, I don't have magical weapons, just for reference, people.
One thing I would like to point out, though, as well, I don't think holy water has to be inside of them. You can also just splash it.
I know, but I thought this was a cool
Yeah.
flavor thing.
Oh, it is.
It
It's
is a
awesome.
fun flavor thing.
Fuck me.
Also, now at least I get to stab them, which I feel more comfortable than splash in the face. You know, it feels more like
I was taking a bath.
it just
Sorry.
feels like more impactful when you stab someone. You know, everyone can splash some water in the face, but no one can like stab you. You know, that's the difference. It just feels different. You know.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Oh,
Yeah, really get straight to the heart of the matter, huh?
mhm.
Yeah, I have more control of where I stabbity stab. Anyway, yeah. For rest, Clay's just like freezing some water and sobbing in the corner like a little kid, just waiting for his mom to arrive to pick him up.
Ah, those days.
That meme of SpongeBob sitting on the bench
I don't think I know that meme.
where he just sort of like looking concerned.
I don't know that meme.
I'll see if I can find it. It's just a format. And there's no, I'm out of ideas other than just hunker down and wait.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Kurt, what's next on the menu for... you're just going to stand in that hallway? I mean, that altar room? Continue
I'd go
stand
up to
there?
the roof.
Yeah, I would go to the roof at this point.
A dwarf on a roof. Okay.
What?
That's right. Caladriel, since you're working on the distilling, you need to roll me a alchemist supplies with wisdom.
Dwarf is not
Okay.
on the roof.
Yeah. Who wants a dwarf on the roof? That's not a good, safe place for a dwarf to be.
You've heard of elf on a shelf. Now get ready for the next new craze, dwarf on the roof.
That doesn't rhyme.
Dwarf roof.
No, Kurt is in the
Dwarf and door.
room.
Dwarf on the
Like,
wharf.
big room. Last thing I heard, Clay needed a magical weapon, pancake sword.
I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, Caladriel, you didn't get to, anywhere. Sorry, you didn't get any better results than what Amunet got.
Darn.
There's kind of an eggy smell coming out of there.
Okay.
Spoiled
Then
egg.
Are you cooking?
I'll leave the normal. I'll hand the things back off to her to use as she sees fit, and then take my watch.
Didn't think we had eggs.
No, we're trying to. No eggs, Kurt.
We were trying to improve a thing. It didn't work.
Okay.
You can't improve an egg.
Where?
Nutritional value is off the charts.
But you can make an egg taste better.
No, sure, but it wouldn't improve the egg fundamentally.
Fundamentally, no, but as a whole, it would. Okay, this is just. Looks back out, murder hole.
Yeah.
So for Amanette, for her placement, if she's going to be watching the ground crew and the sky out that way, would this be the best place for her? I would imagine right here, like where she is.
Sure.
Okay.
Is she on the roof or off the inside?
She is. So these holes are on the inside, right?
Yeah, they're on the. They look. They're like small slits in the roof that are difficult to see from the roof.
Yeah, I think she's inside. Yeah, she's inside shooting out.
Just fair warning though, those go straight up. So if you're on the ground looking
Oh.
at the ceiling, it's going to be difficult to see.
Never mind, she's on the roof.
It's for the people that maybe get caught off guard on the roof and there are things inside, so they can at least do something useful instead of having to go the long way around climbing down and through like the hallways.
Okay.
Can't
she's-
wait to whoever's on the roof getting murdered and then the holes being used against us.
Yeah.
So
Kurt is
much.
staying here.
Mm.
Cool. If they want to fight Bryce on the roof, that's a bad idea.
Maybe we should make a differentiation between who's on the roof and who's inside.
Yeah,
That's why I have the wing next to me
Okay.
to indicate altitude.
Maybe
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
color
do that
instead.
too.
Maybe we'll do boots.
Maybe a color, like, I don't know, brown, that we never use.
Brown is good.
Yeah, we'll
Brown
do
and
There is
brown.
yellow,
brown.
maybe, just because they're
On the
obvious.
roof,
No, it is brown.
brown.
That's
Or
that for roof. Brown for roof.
Oh, brown for roof.
I don't see a brown. I see an orange.
Yeah, it looks
You-
orange, but
yeah,
it is
that one.
brown.
Oh,
Would I lie to you?
yes.
Correct.
Wait. Never mind.
Chris
Paradox.
just made it roof tile, I think.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Hooray!
So over here. So Amanet's looking over these
Oh,
guys.
I was about to transfer those things over, but yeah.
That works.
okay.
I was thinking having them on each side so people down below
Yeah,
would
that's
be
what I
able to
was doing.
visualize.
I was gonna put them there, but yeah. I
That
guess if
works.
you
You go
want-
ahead.
Choose it. Yeah.
Don't you just copy, like, select them all and then copy paste?
That's what I was trying to do, but then I remembered that you guys were standing there, so I couldn't really
Yeah.
do that.
You can do it, I think.
Yeah, I could.
Select our tokens.
It is off the screen a little bit though. The
Yeah,
canvas is
that's
slightly too small.
That's okay.
Move everything else to the left a little bit and this one to the right. Oh, sorry, left.
No,
Yeah, we can move one to the left.
no.
To the left, to the left.
All I have to do is this.
Expand.
Oh, that's also an option.
We can expand.
Yeah, all that needs to be
Yes.
done is expansion.
Hmm
I like how you do that. It made it a lot easier now. I noticed in Roll20 to expand the map.
Do I have a
Yep.
teleportation spell? Oh, by the way, guys, they fixed the whole movement thing.
What do you mean?
Like, if you pull out, like, your measuring tape, and you
Mhm.
are, like, 30 straight down, if you go to... Oh, wait, what? I remember that this being fixed. What? Like, I don't know why it's on this map it is, but on the different game it's not. But it used to say, like, how if you go, like, to the right, it would become... yeah, that's weird. I guess
So
I'm...
if you're on the roof, move on to the roof. If you're not, please stay in the inside here.
Yeah, that's weird. I remember it being fixed. Why is... Well, oh, that might have been the Starfinder game. They
Mm,
might have actually done that the right way, I'm not sure.
And just waits patiently.
I'm gonna
For the
read...
next 4 hours, Charles and Eagle up above, checking the horizon
All right.
over the sea.
Amanet will touch base with him every once in a while via Scry, via the crystal orb.
As soon as I hear that combat starts, when that happens, I'll cast Mage Hand, by the way.
Hmm.
Just so that I have it ready when the battle starts.
Hey, Gris needs to be up here.
I thought we were leaving her to hold on.
Hodor?
Hold on.
Hodor. So she's gonna pick them off as they come in?
Well, yeah, she can pick them off better from the roof as they approach over the caldera.
You gotta also
Yeah.
think people on the roof need to be stealthy.
Sure.
We can.
Saying.
If you say so.
Hey, Clay, can you throw up your bag of dirt?
How do you mean?
How do you mean?
It's a flat roof that I recall. I don't know how stealthy I can be.
I think he's used his dirt.
Yeah.
Then can he put more dirt in it and then chuck the bag up?
I think I used all of my dirt for this because I only have like 15 cubic feet of dirt. Because I don't want to have a bag full of dirt.
Why not?
Yeah, I get it.
Bags of holding are expensive.
Dirt
You're not
bag.
official now. You can make more.
just
Dirt
imagine
bag.
having a bag of holding just only filled with dirt. Like when you turn it inside down, just a building of dirt erupts.
I feel like
Eh,
there actually should be a sleeping bag of holding that our whole party can sleep in.
Sleeping bag of
A
holding.
tent.
Called
Yes.
Magnificent
A pocket tent.
Mansion. Or
So you don't want to
there-
go camping. You want to go glamping?
isn't there a
Mm.
portable fort or something?
Yeah, portable fortress.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a magnificent mansion spell.
Yeah, not
There's
that high
also,
level.
a normal tent.
Yeah, normal tent.
Who uses normal
That's
stuff
pretentious,
nowadays?
man. Normal tent. What are you, Clem?
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
Don't y'all sleep underground?
Still need a tent.
Do
Keep your beard out of the bat droppings.
I guess. Oh, Chris is filling in the train. I don't know if that's a good thing. That means
That's
we're about to die.
no, not
Just
necessarily.
means she finally has time to do so.
Fair.
I love this one though. I love that. Like the wall and stuff like that.
Yeah. Makes things easy.
Oh yeah.
So you guys, how long do your characters plan to stay up on that wall before you go to sleep?
Never.
Is there an easy way up to the roof that we've established?
No, actually, you never did.
How did we get up to the roof? How did they get up to the roof?
That's a good question.
Clambering
I mean, Bryson just flew.
and forgetting to think about it.
Yeah.
Almanac could walk up the wall.
We could figure out a
Yeah.
baton and rope system.
I mean,
Like a ladder or
Emma
something?
could walk up and she could just hold the rope and y'all could climb. It's not that hard.
Just, I don't know, make one hole with a rope. Can you get through these holes?
I did not make them big enough for a person because of the fear that they could weaponize it and just
They're
flood
small.
in through. I didn't want to make their job any easier. I just wanted to give us sight angles
And
in case they
smaller
go by
than
the ground.
than the creatures described by Amunet.
Instead, you made arrow slits to shoot into the room.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the whole point of them.
If
The
that's
enemies,
gonna
when they've dealt with you four.
if that's
Oh,
gonna
if
fight
they
me,
dealt with us four, then we're gonna have a real problem if they dealt with all four of us.
I don't know.
yeah.
There's
They,
five of us down
you have
here.
a problem
6, 7.
regardless.
Well, I don't know how well they'd survive a fall. These things, especially if they're stunned.
And not to mention, worst case, we have 2 people that have quick ways or safe ways down, and I can dimension door charm myself in. So we have backup plans.
Oh,
We
I
just
have an
don't
easy
have
way.
a
to get
main
down.
plan.
I can just turn myself into something that can get me down.
Okay,
Just
so
turns
I'll
into a
dimension
spider
door myself
crawls.
out.
Crawls down the thing.
I mean, I can probably plug up one of the holes with one of my spells.
I have a feeling if they want, I don't feel like this is gonna really help them that much. The holes and thing, because
I mean, probably
If-
not, because I doubt they'll have ranged weapons, but
that they might just break the whole roof.
True.
It's
I
true.
mean, they do have a dragon. They do have a dragon.
With acid breath.
I haven't fought a proper adult dragon yet. I'm
Oh,
scared.
people on the roof are gonna be fighting the dragon alone.
Well, if he comes within range of me, I'll smack him around a bit.
Yeah.
That's what Bryson does. He smacks things.
We can
Okay.
just-
Oh, and real
We're
quick,
just a backup crew down here.
and real quick, just to
So-
confirm for myself, I'm sorry, Shoulders. I gotta ask before I forget again. Sorry, trying to draw the line, like how to go from the front door to the top level. Is it that like little hook, and then it's the stairs into the altar room?
That's why I have an arrow pointed there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that like that staircase didn't have a door directly to the outside, like where the writing is.
Right.
No.
And if you can, delete. Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Now, please continue, Shuttle. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. So we need to set up watches for the nighttime to keep a lookout for this guy. That's all I was just gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do need to sleep.
I'll of course be on all of the watches. I just need a second pair of eyes.
Oh. Um. Yeah, Aminette will stay up for first watch and then she'll go to sleep.
I can do second.
I'll do fourth, I guess. Oh, third. What am I saying?
I'll take roof.
Is this a flat roof?
Mm, it's somewhat tilted.
Okay.
All right.
So my question: Could I essentially rest up there?
You can try.
Okay, that's easier. I could shove hand axes into the thing and make myself a birch. I have 2 hand axes. I forgot I had those. Ow!
You okay?
Careful.
You good, Fluffy?
Oh no, he's all quiet.
You're good. I was just afraid like he got hurt, but please continue, Shuttle.
Oh. I want to make sure he's okay too. Okay. He's good. I didn't have anything to say. Just, like,
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you like start to
I was
speak.
like, wait, what? I don't fucking
Alright,
know.
so
Yeah.
Kurt takes out his sleeping bag and he sleeps where he's standing currently.
He's gonna sleep in the main hall. Okay. Instead of
Yeah.
going down to a bed.
Yep, no, he stays there.
Yeah. If Bryson feels like he can, like he'll try laying down awake, and if he feels like he's gonna slide down, then he won't do that. Basically.
That works.
What room is this? This one's fancy.
Dining room.
Oh. That's pretty.
Mhm.
Where would there be a window or best access to the roof? Or is the answer nowhere?
Nowhere.
Nowhere? Okay. Then Aminette would sleep in the bedroom closest to the front door.
All
so
right.
she can get out the door and up because she can't get. Or can we? Is Bryson? Are you able to sleep on the roof?
Does he if he doesn't like hold himself, does he start sliding down basically? He's testing the theory first before he actually sleeps.
Ugh, leg cramps are terrible.
Yeah, they are.
So that's probably about as much furniture as you guys need to be able to see.
Does Bryson slide if he just lets himself lay on the roof?
Roll me a 1d10. And someone else yell high or low.
Low.
I
Low it is. Roll the 1d10. Low. He finds that that he finds the exact right spot to lay down on the roof where he won't slide.
Okay. So it looks like he found a spot essentially.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
if Bryson's able to, Aminette will try.
yeah, Char will try to find a spot on the roof as well. Might as well try and not have to waste anything to get back up here.
Mm-hmm.
That cramps in the upper thigh too. Fuck.
Oh god, I hate those.
It's one of those ones where you don't, no matter where I stretch, I can't get it to go away.
Mm.
You have to get up and
Yeah, walk it out.
The worst part, yeah, those sort of cramps, you actually have to
Yeah.
walk them off, which is where the phrase "walk it off" comes from in the first place.
Yeah.
Certain things actually do need to be walked off rather than trying to sit and
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah, like gotta work the cramp out of the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to roll d10s too for the roof?
If you're gonna try to lay down on the roof, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna try.
Unfortunately, Amunet, you keep sliding.
Cool.
You don't understand
try.
how Bryson is defying gravity and how Char is defying gravity. Both of them seem to be able to sit or lay down on the roof without any trouble. But you Amunet, you can't find a spot.
Okay, then she will go to the bedroom closest to the
Take your pick. I put 4 of them down there. Each of them have 2 beds.
This is the front door right here, right?
Yes. That's not a bedroom. That's the bathroom.
Oh.
Those are commodes.
I don't.
Well, I guess maybe like in the kitchen,
This
the
is the
pantry.
This is. Oh, actually, yeah, she don't need a bed. She has a bedroll.
Yeah, if you have the better, you can technically just be right in this entranceway then.
Yeah, she'll be in the
Right.
entranceway. Yep. She'll curl up in a corner.
Bed rolls, they're useful.
Mhm.
So Caladriel, Char, and Bryson are all staying up on the roof.
I am keeping watch.
All right.
And I'll take at least one of the watches as well to help Keldra.
Oh, yeah, Aminette would stay
And-
up on the roof for her watch. She won't go
And
down.
one other quick question as well: how steep is the roof?
It's not so steep that Bryson and Char can both, stay on it without slipping.
So to say like 20 to 30 degree pitch tops.
Yeah, I'm not good at visualizing that, so it's like I just kind of see it in terms of whether or not I'm sliding down the roof.
Okay, I was just asking because I have an oil slipperiness. I'm debating whether or not I should throw that onto the roof if things try to land on it, and if that'll make things slide off. That's all.
It probably will.
Cool.
As I said, while you guys can stand up there just fine, trying to lay down on it or sit down on it is a bit problematic.
Right, cool. And I'm assuming the lean is in the way of the shingles.
Yeah, I'm imagining so. Yeah.
Cool.
So the next day comes, and nothing came during the night.
I'm gonna
Right, time to shift around my spells. Yay.
Hooray!
And I'll re-up 8 on those that had it.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't. Dead.
Holly comes up
What
to
did
the up there to pray.
Did you redo the aid?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did. On the
alright.
3 that had it.
All right. Those treats don't no longer works, but
Okay.
if it's a new day, Kurt is just gonna make new treats and give it to the same people.
Yeah.
Is there a
Just-
time limit on the temp HP?
There isn't a time limit on the temporary HP, but there's a time limit on how until you eat the treat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
temp
assumed my
HP
character would have popped it the moment you handed it to me.
Well, the thing about temp HP is it usually goes away once you finish a rest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's just the default.
So
I don't remember temp HP enough, sorry.
if you don't eat the treat within 8 hours of it being made, it loses its feature.
I mean, to be fair, Bryson would just probably pop it each time, to be fair, because there's no reason why not to.
Yeah, or during the wash or something.
Can you activate 3 weapons? I thought it had to be like in your hand. If it's dropped or holstered, it disables. I only ask it just to minimize damage you're taking.
Can you repeat
We'll
the
read.
question?
I'm reading. I don't know the answer to that. We've been activating at the beginning of the day for God knows how long, so. Let me read.
I mean, it seems like the kind of person that would always have her crossbows drawn, honestly, because of the shit she's been through.
Nope, you're right. I can't do that. So, never mind. I will not be activating my crossbows in advance anymore. Thank you for letting me know.
You're good. Like I said, I just didn't want you to take damage for something that will just instantly deactivate.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're planning on not putting a crossbow away, you can technically activate that one. Or 2, depending on your scenario.
She's on the roof, so I will re-roll, and she'll have the one big one out. That is not how you roll a d6.
That's how you roll 1.
There we go. And she did
Yes.
pop Kurt's treat, so.
Just purely
Pop it.
because the temp HP would last until we rest then, essentially.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's a limit on how long it lasts.
It's just temp HP doesn't stack. That's the
Yeah, it's kind of
You just take the
useless.
higher.
It's just a useless temporary hit points, but
Mhm.
and no 4 HP, man. That could be the difference.
That could literally be life or death.
I guess it could.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen players survive purely because they had 1 to 2 temp HP.
Hmm.
Oh, what a quick question, by the way. Does temp HP count towards the hit point maximum for spells, like where if you're over or under a certain hit point, X effect happens? Like I think it's Finger of Death. If you're
Yeah.
under 100, it instantly kills or something like that.
Yeah, it helps for that, but it doesn't help for spells that reduce hit point maximum.
So, like, if it says, "Oh, if they're under 100 HP," because it doesn't say 100 HP maximum, it says 100 HP.
Yeah, so
Technically,
that
my
could technically
HP
save
would be-
someone.
Yeah. If If your temp HP pushes them past 100, they're technically above 100.
Cool.
I am not.
Same, but still, I will take it where I can get it. And actually, using the murder holes, I will attempt to get silent on people, and I'll give temp HP to the others in the party. So myself, Clay, and Char.
It's 20.
Yep, increase in 20, and then I'll just pop a squat and hope I can get the spells back before he attacks.
So does Kurt no longer have the aid, or is that another?
It's
feature
not
you used?
concentration; it's just a buff.
It lasts just 8 hours, basically.
Oh, right.
So he can technically cast that on us and then cast it on other people,
Mm-hmm.
and then take a short rest. And
Yep.
And that's 20.
Yep,
Warlock,
it's
man.
20.
Warlock
So
bullshit.
everyone has 20
Warlock
increased max
bullshit.
HP.
yes, the best part is if he hasn't eaten your treat, that he still has your treat for his own temp HP.
So yeah, everyone that got a treat has 24 extra HP.
This is fine.
Dragon comes crashing down, claws at one of us. Don't even go down to their maximum.
I also love the fact that I have evasion now.
Evasion is good.
Bullshit.
It is very much bullshit.
I mean, how do you get what? Oh yeah, you're a monk.
I'm
Bullshit.
7 levels of monk. I also have stillness of mind, so as an action, I can end a charm or frighten effect on myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
just
What's that?
So much better than counterspell. I'm so angry about that.
What's up?
Counter charm, I mean.
Yeah, like it's better than counter charm. So much better.
Just action. I am no longer afraid of you, or no longer charmed by you.
The ultimate bitch, you thought?
Well, it definitely fits his one personality trait of being able to fucking stare down an owlbear without flinching.
Being able to stare down an invisible Clay and say, I see you?
I didn't like that.
Hey, was that the feature you used on Pavik? I guess, Shroud.
Long time
Yeah,
ago.
no, it wasn't. He just had that one thing that made him immune to being charmed, because I told him. Thing that he found.
Yeah.
And that was so
every-
useful considering Strahd
Three of
is
us
gonna do-
immune to live fear.
Three separated couldn't be charmed by him.
Everyone just said, no, fuck you.
Well, you saw what happened when somebody got charmed.
Yeah, but that was
Poor-
before the fight.
Poor Phil.
It's like, I get the barbarian. I'm immune. I
Hmm.
get the.
I'm too
monk.
angry. Sorry.
I have protection from good and evil permanently. Everyone casts protection of good and evil on themselves. So it's like, no.
Strahd with an eye twitch. Yeah.
Strahd, I'm pretty sure you count as evil. Get it? Count?
Yeah.
God, man.
More eye twitching.
What are we?
So, what are your characters doing for on this brand new day that you found yourselves? Still, some of you still sitting up on the roof?
Yeah, he's got no other things he feels like he needs to do unless he's asked.
So
Or
y'all
just
have
keep an eye out.
sunscreen?
What?
Hmm?
Sunscreen, man. You're on the roof the whole day.
That's what I thought you fucking asked.
So
I'm gonna
Kurt,
completely covered.
Kurt does nothing else than, move from here to kitchen to latrine to back here, get some snack and food up to the people on the roof.
Check them up through the holes.
Yeah.
No, there's not enough room between the holes to do that.
I know, the thought of like a primitive dumbwaiter was amusing to me.
Yeah.
And
Here we go. Dumbwaiter is Aminette casting spider climb, walking down the fucking wall, and then meeting Kurt down at the bottom and bringing food back up.
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to waste that. Do her.
Smart chef, dumb waiter.
I can just fly up and
High
down
five.
because it doesn't cost me anything really technically.
Then you
Especially
can be
with how
the
much time you
dumbwaiter.
rest.
Oh no. Shit. Don't make me toss the food up.
I'll just fly down and collect the food if it's because he'd be watching. So that's how he get the treats up. Yeah, other than that, he's just Bryson's just staying up there.
yeah, Char's gonna pretty much stay up
Chilling.
there as well, but at like probably sometime in the middle of the day, he'll turn into an eagle and fly up and check the
You gotta think.
ocean, check out over the ocean for
Okay.
4 hours, then come back down.
So.
And maybe she could do a quick
are you-
scry.
At noon, I was gonna say when the sun is directly overhead, Aminette is gonna scry.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
No,
I'd say this is
That's
not
actually
much-
really smart, Shuttle.
So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna
Charles?
what I'm gonna ask right now is, are you guys planning on simply doing the same exact thing every day until something happens, or are any of you got more planning to do in terms of like building anything else, setting up strategy, any of that?
Remember, it is technically downtime.
So
Yes,
the only thing I would suggest is if we have some downtime, get somebody to run to the fucking boat. But we would be sacrificing somebody, but not did we leave people on the boat?
Yeah, Pink
Yes,
is on the
let's
boat, for
sacrifice
example.
one.
The crew of the boat is there. They're not sure why they're staying. Millie is flying around doing circuits around the island. So you do occasionally get interrupted and see a black dragon, but it's just
Dragon,
Millie.
shoot!
Nope. Okay,
I'm
then
terribly sorry. Sorry, I had to step away real quick. I'm gonna step away for a moment. Dinner just got done. I'm gonna grab myself a quick bowl. Just assume Caladriel's being generically helpful.
Yeah, I was gonna say that given that there's not enough time to actually battle today, that we can pick up on the battle next session.
Oh,
especially-
surely we can beat a
Boss battle next.
like what
week.
ancient adult black dragon
Adult.
in 20 minutes.
It's an adult black
Ew.
dragon, plus it has a bunch of allies.
Well, thanks for letting us know, because we
Yes.
totally didn't know that already.
Well, you kind of guessed by the size.
I know. I was kidding.
What I'm saying
And
is
we've
you-
already been
I- I'm
told
sa-
that
I'm just
he had a bunch
saying
of
is
allies
that
on him.
Cal, don't worry about heading back. Just go and have dinner. Don't think about worrying about coming back here, because it's like
Yeah.
there's no time
I mean-
for battle. I'm basically finding out if you guys are going to be spending any more time building traps or anything else, and then rolling dice to see if things have arrived yet.
Okay, it's good.
Okay.
Good night, on
No,
everyone.
I-
I'm gonna head off in that case.
Okay.
So should we just think on extra traps? Go full
What-
Home Alone?
I was just saying, yeah, you can do that, but I was just
Yes, Shuttle?
saying is I Shuttle was about to say
apparently fuck
describe-
me.
it's not quite ending time. Just saying is that Caladriel is going off for dinner, and I'm saying is he doesn't have to worry about coming back.
Oh,
Just to go eat your dinner. You're not gonna miss it. You're not gonna miss anything.
Okay. Just assume I'm generically helpful. How
thank
people
you for
need it.
being here for being here this week. We'll see you in 2
Yeah.
weeks, and maybe it's any other game that might get started sometime soon.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Claws.
Okay.
The saving throw on that thing was 17, right? I mean it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how far away they are currently. Of course, that's still again with the the way the Chaos Islands are. That's really not useful to know. Ooh. All right. So, you do see him once more. Again, you see the creatures crawling, along on top of him. Most of them clinging. Yeah, full of black feathers. You see what is either Weaven or a small dragon, skeletal, off to one side. Although you can't tell if there's anything on top of it. Off to another side, somewhere in the distance, you see what appears to be an island, but you can't tell if it's the one you're on or just another island. From what you're seeing, you're just basically making out a bit of land off in the far distance. The current position of the sun is, it looks like it's an hour different from noon still.
They're not too far away.
So it's probably not your island that you're seeing off in the distance. If since below your island is noon. I mean, above your island is noon. Sorry. Now, who are you planning on sending back to the ship?
Well, the thought I had was to scry on somebody on the ship to come bring stuff here.
All right.
If Millie...
Now, here's the thing.
Mhm.
Jesse did say that he is planning, fingers crossed, to be here next session.
Can we have him Sherpa shit?
Yeah, I was about to say, how about we just have Pink and 83 do that in the hopes that maybe Jesse will be here next session.
Sounds good.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a good reason for him to be here. Too.
Yeah, and a good excuse for him to be here by the time that shit breaks down.
And if he doesn't make it to the session, he didn't make it to the temple in time.
There we
Correct.
Exactly.
That all works.
Perfect.
Works
like
for
that.
me.
Wait, hold on, fuck on. I just realized. You said
What?
earlier that this was the last temple. Does that mean that we're done after this? Can Kurt go back down to the Underdark?
Yes. Regardless
I
of
like
what
how
happens,
Kurt's just like, I want to go back on the ground.
Kurt can go back to the Underdark. Yes.
So remember, Kurt. I have a feeling like like we're all sitting around talking, and Ominous was like, "Kurt, yes, but remember, my patron also said, don't be. It might not all be wrapped up and complete. There might be other stuff more to this."
Fucking bullshit, Prophecy.
And it's not her fault.
No, I'm just saying the whole general fucking thing.
Okay, so using the materials from the ship, I would like you guys to think on what sort of traps if you have time, assuming that, let's say, I roll next week and the dragon still hasn't found the island, at which point you will have time to set up the traps. Instead of planning out the traps next session, what I would like you to do is to plan them out between sessions, just in case you get a chance to build them and have them built. That way, they'll be built and ready to go, so that I can make the roll and say, okay, yeah, the dragon hasn't come up yet. All of the traps that you guys have been planning are now implemented on the map. You just have to mark off where they are, and then I'm going to figure out exactly how long it takes for the dragon to get there, and then we go right into the battle next time. How does that sound, guys?
Save time.
Sounds good. I have been given a great gift of being able to think of traps.
Also, a question just as like player to player as opposed to character, should things be wrapped up? Is this end of the campaign, or does it simply transition the focus to something else?
Probably transition to focus.
You still have to go. Okay.
Ow, fudge.
There is something going on in the Underdark which still needs to be taken care of. Whatever. This is just where you've been sent, because that's whatever's going on down the Underdark. While Nasty is not as important as figure out what the hell's going on up here right now, but they are interrelated. So regardless of what happens here, you're going to have to go down to the Underdark.
Yeah.
And put an end to whatever is causing what's going on in the Underdark.
We're going to go down.
Or at least that's
demon.
probably what Kurt wants to do. And if your character wants to do that, that's great. And if for some reason your characters, except for Kurt, don't want to do that, we can always figure things out from there.
That actually.
But it's not the end of the campaign yet. No.
Okay, cool.
Hey.
I just want to, because I genuinely do enjoy Caladrell and all the little things in his kit. But I like that Gloomstalker Assassin I've been itching to play for ages.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be great to bring into the Underdark. So that could be
that's fine.
good transition to swap out, and
Yeah, like,
Caladril can go try to
basic-
fix his shield
basically
finally.
the original part of the Underdark, that was Act 1. Everything up here with the temples and all that, that's Act 2, and then it ends with Act 3.
Cool.
And the length that just really depends on how long you guys take to do A, B, and C, that sort of stuff.
Well, I think the big question for that is what are the precise dimensions of a demon lord, and how quickly can Kurt eat them?
And here's the kicker.
Well, if we're talking about Demigorgon, he was several stories tall.
No. Are you planning on eating the Demigorgon, Kurt?
Well, I mean, I'm not picky which one.
Okay.
Eat the Demigorgon. Send him back to the abyss. Yes.
No! There's one made out of mushrooms.
Yeah, see? Now, here's the thing. What would a Demon Lord meal taste like?
Mushrooms.
No, it would taste abysmal.
Oh god. But
Thank you.
Anyway, that's enough for this session. Go
Yeah,
off and eat.
good.
I'll see most of you tomorrow.
and I'm done. Done.
And hopefully we'll get into the fun battle next time.
Oh, goody.